We got a lot of news to talk about. The world is crumbling. I don't know if we can work ourselves in the near future. Yeah, you can. That's crazy. What do you mean? If you can't work on yourself, you can't work on others. Remember that. Hold on. Why is he not coming up on my? Oh, because it's Osechi. Okay. Get in now. Saw Norm Finkelstein at the march yesterday. Wait, he was in DC or was he in New York? Norm was at the march. He was around me. He was in my physical presence. I could have linked up with him. He was behind you. No, he was at 5501. Why'd you guys leave so early? What do you mean? We didn't leave early. What is this? Is that just MAGA brain rot or cope? My MAGA mom says it's good the stock market is crashing because I'll be able to buy a house. Like more buying opportunities because the market is in the toilet. Yeah, no, that is copium. It's also, it doesn't make any sense. Like, not only is it copium, but it also does not make any, what? Like, it's not even copium in the direction of like something that is tangible. All right, anyway. Yeah, that's it. We're live. We're alive. I'm blasted. I blasted the frick off. Did Trump see your speech? Yeah, totally. He was golfing, and he was in the midst of golfing. He was watching me. He's a big Hasanabi head. We're blasting off, ladies and gentlemen. That's not how the market works. God, fascists are so economically illiterate. No, I mean, if you pop the housing bubble, or if you like actually destabilize the housing market, you could potentially make houses more affordable. But that's not what Donald Trump is doing. He's making houses less affordable, ironically enough, because the actions that he's taking, broad sweeping tariffs, make the raw materials necessary for building homes more costly, therefore making it less likely to build new units. So he's burning the candle from both ends. It's just, God, every part of this decision structure is so stupid. I don't even know how to describe it. You know, I've been trying my very best. Are you linking with Sam Cedar? Sam Cedar is an adult with kids and a life. He is not. I can't like just casually hit him up for the 12 hours that I'm in New York City and be like, hey, what are you up to? Let's hang out. Okay. Brace is not in the city today. He's leaving because he's afraid. He's afraid of being around me, I think. I asked Brace that. It's the weekend, chat. I'm one of the only I think a lot of you have a lot of your brains have broken because I stream 7 days a week. So you assume every person out there is also streaming 7 days a week or working 7 days a week. A lot of adults don't do that. A lot of normal people don't do that. I'm just letting you know. You know, that's not the case. Brace thinks you can go a little too far on Twitter. Yeah, that's probably what it is. The weekend content drought. What? The concept of a life is foreign to us. Don't worry, it's foreign to me too. In any case, folks, we are live. We are live. Did the Macy's send a playlist? Because if not, I'm gonna get started. But first and foremost, there's something that in the economic crisis that we are facing, there is one person that has learned things, and that person is Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella posted, Austin reporting live from the Abbey after checking Robinhood. Once news like this reaches Twinks, it means we are close to the Great Depression, close to a Great Depression. Talking about how like Twinks are asking about the market, the market instabilities. Claire says, can someone explain what this and the economy means in League of Legends terms? Health pots now cost $1,300. You have to choose between that and BF Sword. And you really need both. But when you kill a minion, you only get 1 gold now. And there aren't enough minions in the game to ever afford both. What? I don't even know if that makes sense. Yeah. The Twink Index is a recession indicator. That's for real. That's true. As an absolute certainty. Why is a popular lib response to tariffs? Well, even if we had domestic manufacturing capabilities, we deport all the hard workers. That shit is driving me insane. Like, how is that your position on this? I mean, there's truth to that because here are a couple problems that a lot of people refuse to recognize. Okay, domestic manufacturing with higher labor costs, with higher wages in general, is going to increase costs across the board. It'll give people more purchasing power, but it will certainly increase costs in the process. It's about how you manage that. When you make a major transition like that, even if we did have the American manufacturing capabilities, you would have to ensure that corporations don't erroneously raise their prices in an effort to maintain their profit margins. But corporations love increasing their profit margins or maintaining their profit margins. And therefore, if American manufacturing is more costly because you're using American employees and they demand higher wages, understandably. And in that process, they're just going to either A, raise the prices in spectacular fashion, or eat away at their profit margins and keep prices relatively affordable while paying their workers more. Obviously, under capitalism, this is never going to happen. They just won't do that unless, actually, they just won't do that in general because labor has the power to dictate their wages through collective bargaining agreements and through demonstrating labor power in general. Having said that, however, pricing power is still in the hands of capital, and therefore they will just increase the prices. There's not much you can do unless you regulate it somehow at the federal level. Look at this. This is how you talk to a woman. Mae Musk. Sad but true. Brace replying to Mae Musk. Confession. I desire your ancient body in unusual ways. Feeling. Embarrassment at being vulnerable here. Solution. 2 old fashions and 1 old woman. Brace's revitalized posting in a very unique way. Yeah, I like to think that this is actually Liz posting all of this. That's the big reveal. The big reveal of all of this is going to be that it's actually not Brace Belden that's been posting this stuff, but actually Liz Franzak. It's not Young Chomsky. It's not Brace. It's actually Liz that's been posting this kind of stuff. Yeah. Brace went on Bat House, bro, and was revitalized. He commented that the fire had withered. He's back. Do you think your Iranian Uber driver is going to be okay? I think nothing about his life is okay. BBC just tiptoeing around, huh? Dude, I know. The command over the English language that these guys demonstrate whenever they want to talk about Israel doing something horrifying never ceases to amaze me. I saw a title. I saw an article headline. We're going to talk about this in a second. I saw an article headline that was so insane that it just wasn't even English anymore. It wasn't even the English language anymore. It was just something different. It took a life of its own. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, the Iranian Uber driver, he's going to be fine. He's got Nostradamus backing him up. You know what I mean? Nostradamus is backing his ass up. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, God damn it. There was one title that was just like the most... oh, dude, this. I mean, this is the Jerusalem Post, right? Like they are... I mean, look at this. IDF tries to reset narrative on mistaken killing of 14 Gazan aid workers. Bro, at that point, just don't even try. I don't know what you're doing. Like, what does this mean? What does anything mean? What does anything mean? What is this title, bro? I like that. I mean, look, the Jerusalem Post obviously is uniquely bad. So they're not in the business of like educating people on the truth at all. And this kind of stuff this kind of stuff basically proves, oh, this is what I was looking for. This was the original. This was the original title. What is happening to the English language? IDF tries to reset mistaken killing of 14 Red Cross workers. IDF tries to reset narrative on mistaken killing of 14 Gazan aid workers. What does that mean? What like tries to reset? Like they try to bring him back alive? Is that what happened? Anyway, we're obviously going to cover this. Hold on. Let me see if I can find I'm going to see if there's a playlist or not. If not, I'm just going to pull some up because I have to go pee real quick as well. Immediately, as soon as I start streaming, I have to piss. I have to rip a pee. It's crazy. Go piss, girl. Oh no, I'm gonna. All right, I found it. Here it is. Israel admits mistake over medic killings in Gaza. We're obviously going to start with that. Here it is. This is not exactly a fun story to start off with, but it's a very important one. And I think my coverage on this is not just going to talk about the atrocities, but instead I'm going to be talking about the Western reception and the media the media criticism side of this, because it's yet another disgusting story that you guys are familiar with, and there's a lot of insanity that is that revolves around the story. So I'm gonna pee real quick and then.
The military has admitted its soldiers made mistakes over the killing of 15 emergency workers in Gaza last month, which sparked international outrage. Mobile phone footage that emerged forced Israel to change its account of what caused its troops to open fire on the rescue workers. The Israeli army said the convoy had been approaching suspiciously without headlights or flashing lights. A military official has now admitted that was inaccurate. Dan Johnson reports, and a warning: you may find some of the footage distressing.
This video challenges Israel's account of why its soldiers opened fire with such deadly force. It's just before dawn, and the Red Crescent paramedics and civil defense workers are answering a call to help the wounded near Rafah. Israel's military first said this convoy advanced suspiciously towards troops with the lights switched off. But you can see, these are marked vehicles and they're wearing reflective uniforms. Then, without warning, this. The shooting continues for more than 5 minutes. The paramedic who's filming says his last prayers. Refat Redwan.
His last words were praying to God, and then saying, hold on, I'm just going to give you the actual last words. Hold on. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to paraphrase it or anything like that. He says, "Forgive me, Mother. This is the path I chose to help people." He was found in a mass grave with a bullet inside his head, alongside all of the other paramedics, alongside all of the other Red Cross workers. Israel had buried them and the ambulances as well in an effort to hide it. And predictably, Israel did the exact same things that they do. Number one, Israel does not mention any of the atrocities or even run defense for any of the atrocities that it commits normally until Western media starts making a fuss about one of the horrible acts that it has committed on a daily basis. Okay? They do stuff like this all the time. We cover it here all the time. Our coverage on this, of course, is not the same as the New York Times covering it or CNN talking about it. Okay? The only reason why you're even hearing about this story or Israel responding to the story by lying is because they had to respond to it. And once they respond to any of the horrible actions that they're engaging in, the playbook is always the same. First, they say they were Hamas. Then more evidence comes out. Then they say, okay, maybe they weren't Hamas. We mistakenly thought that they looked like Hamas. Then more evidence comes out. They say, okay, even the footage itself shows that there was not even a single piece of evidence that could lead us to believe that they were in any way, shape, or form remotely suspicious. Okay? Yeah, they just lie about, like, they lie about the most basic shit. They lied in this situation saying, like, the ambulances did not have their lights on. They were moving in a suspicious way. There was a Hamas militant in the ambulance. They just lie about everything, every part of this. And then when that also is directly contradicted by the truth, they turn around and they go, okay, we're going to investigate ourselves. It was a mistake. That's the final stage. And then months later, when people follow up, they either say, yeah, we're still conducting an investigation, or never conclude the investigation. Or if they do conclude the investigation, they'll say, sorry, we're not going to punish the people. Basically a tap on the wrist at most. That is literally the only thing that ever fucking happens. Okay? And I tweeted about this earlier today. I was like, look, if this is new to you, that Israel lied again, Israel, one, engaged in a horrifying act of violence that you read about in history books, and then directly lied about it, and this is shocking to you, then you shouldn't be a journalist. Like, this is not, you shouldn't even be out in the real world without adult medical supervision at every stage. You will have to be the dumbest person on the planet to be like, oh, I can't believe Israel lied again. Like, what are you doing? What are you fucking doing? I tweeted, I said, if Israel isn't lying about a horrific atrocity, that means the Western legacy press hasn't even covered it enough that it warrants them lying about it. Any journalist that's still surprised about Israel lying to them is either the biggest dumbass, a careerist, charlatan, or both. It's crazy. Oh, yeah. The other side of the story is they'll say, what about Syria? Or you're anti-Semitic for even criticizing Israel. Every step of the way. Israel. I know we lied about the ambulance workers, Shifa Hospital, Flower Massacre, beheaded babies, Hamas Hospital, Hind Rajab, the terror list, days of the week, World Central Kitchen workers, babies in ovens, white phosphorus, deliberately starving Gazans, Sinwar surrounding himself with 20 hostages in a tunnel, gassing hostages, the Al Ahli Hospital, killing women and children with white flags, mass raping Palestinians, non-existent tunnels under graveyards, Nasser Hospital, Hussam Abu Safia, mass graves, snipers targeting kids in the head, providing protection to criminal gangs to loot aid, wiping out Gaza, who refused slash collapsed the ceasefire, Israel did, blowing up, and then lied and said it was Hamas, blowing up the Gazans fleeing south, Kamal Adwan Hospital, claiming dead Gazan children are dolls, creating safe zones, the general's plan, how many Hamas militants were killed, Red Crescent taking part on October 7, calling killed journalists Hamas militants, Mohammed Abu Salmiya, the Indonesian hospital, UNRWA Al Auda Hospital, killing women sheltering at church, bombing the church, destroying every single Gazan university, the Turkish Cancer Hospital, Hamas hiding giant stockpiles of fuel in Rafah, finding active smuggling tunnels in Rafah, hostages returning pregnant, who killed Yossi Sharabi, Itai Svirsky, Nick Bazer, Ron Sherman, Elia Toledano. Every single thing that Israel says is a lie. It is infinitely, I mean, look, you can count the times that Israel is being truthful in one hand, as opposed to every single thing that they say. Now, this is not just Israel. Every government lies. Okay? Of course, every government lies. The American government lies all the goddamn time too. The difference between Israel and the United States of America, at least the lies that they've told in the past and the lies that they kind of continue to tell now, the difference between Israel and America is that because there is such an airtight consent manufacturing machine due to Israel's aligned interest with the American State Department, that they don't even see the need to lie in a sophisticated manner. There's two factors at play here. One, the severity of the violence makes it virtually impossible to lie about or impossible to turn a blind eye to because they are so horny for bloodshed. So incredibly, there's so much appetite for bloodshed, both in Israel and the IDF is demonstrating that bloodshed on a daily basis. Okay? But on top of that, there is not really any mechanism of pushback. There's no interest in covering this issue truthfully because it's all the way over there from Western media in general. When they lie, there's rarely ever any pushback. This is one of the few instances of documented lies that Israel has partook in an effort to defend, again, something indefensible. And everyone is acting like they're so shocked by this. Like I saw Barak Ravid covering this in Hebrew, talking about how much shame Israel has brought, how much shame the IDF and the Israeli officials have brought to the great Jewish state, because they've really broken the bonds of trust with Western media with this one. Oh no, you really fucked it up here. And it blows my mind because it's like, it's not even any different. What do you mean they fucked it up? It's not like they've ever seen any repercussions. Why would their expectations be any different this time? It's not the first time that they've done this. The only reason why this became a major story after Western press straight up admitted key details from this issue by refusing to talk to the Palestinian Red Cross workers and acting like they were inaccessible, like acting as though they could not, the New York Times, the paper of record, could not reach out to the Palestinian Red Crescent Society. Like, that's crazy. They were like, oh yeah, we just went with the Israeli government narrative because we just could not confirm nor deny or reach out to any of the fucking Palestinian Red Cross people. An insult to the profession at a time when it is needed the most. Insane. The only reason why we found out about it is because they uncovered the mass graves. And after that, Israel predictably lied about it and the media played along with it. But this brave first responders' phone camera footage was found in the aftermath that directly contradicted the Israeli narrative surrounding it. That's it. That's literally the only reason. It's a miracle that the footage from the guy's phone got out. It's not a miracle. It's incompetence. Or rather, it's not even incompetence. It's actually hubris. The Israeli terrorists that assassinated these healthcare workers didn't even go through their phones or break their phones or anything like that after assassinating them, because they're like, nobody cares. That's it. That's what it is. And the entitlement and the arrogance demonstrated by the Israeli state, because who's going to check them, is the reason why they don't even feel the need to try and massage the narrative and just straightforwardly lie. If this footage had not come out, it wouldn't even make a blip. Because let me tell you something. This is not the first time they've done this. They've done this virtually every week since October 7. I mean, like directly killing healthcare workers, okay? They've done this. They've done this hundreds of times since October 7. They did this to Western aid workers. So why is that even remotely surprising that they would think that, this is business as usual? It is business as usual. Yeah, they did this before October 7 as well. There are mass graves all over Gaza, chat. You're crazy if you think that this is new. I can't even fault the average American for being horrified by this instance and being shocked that a foreign state would lie so openly, so deliberately, without any care whatsoever. Because if the only news that you're hearing is from outlets that write titles like this: Israeli military changes account of Gaza paramedics killing video after video of attack, or IDF tried to reset narrative. I mean, this is Jerusalem Post, so it's not Western press, but like video footage appears to contradict Israeli account of Gaza medic killings. Appears to contradict, like, things that you can observe with your own eyes. Hard data, hard evidence itself still is at odds and contradicting the statements made by the Israeli government. It's like, why is the Israeli government, that has so consistently lied without in the least sophisticated ways possible, as a matter of fact, why is that a higher point of authority than like things that we can see and observe with our own two fucking eyes, things that we can hear? It's insane to me. It is truly and utterly insane that even when you can see something visually, visual evidence of a instance of horrible executions of healthcare workers, first responders, and it's still at odds with the Israeli government statements on it, so that has a higher point of authority here. It's like straight up 1984. Don't believe your lying eyes. This is the reason why people are oblivious. And even in spite of this media blockade, okay, in spite of the media's best attempts, the Western media's best attempts, people are still aware of at least a fraction of the cruelty, and the limited amount of cruelty that they see is enough for them to go, this is fucking insane. What are we doing?
One of 15 killed.
His phone was found with his body, and he recorded the whole event. His last words before being shot: "Forgive me, Mom. I just wanted to help people. I wanted to save lives."
The footage only emerged when teams could safely reach this site 7 days later. The bodies were buried along with the vehicles. Regular practice, the army says, to protect them from animals. The UN called this a mass grave. Israel's account was already in question. The only paramedic to live through the shooting told us earlier this week they had their lights on and it was clear they were medics.
I am the only survivor who saw what happened to my colleagues, and I will expose the crimes committed by the occupation against them.
On Tuesday, Israel's response was in defense of its forces.
The IDF did not randomly attack an ambulance. Last Sunday, several uncoordinated vehicles were identified advancing suspiciously toward IDF troops without...
Oh, my bad. Big mistake. We made a big mistake, guys. It's not a mistake. You're ethnically cleansing the strip. It's a killing field. It's not a mistake. This is also a lie. When they say this is a mistake, no. The mistake is you foolishly thought that people would not uncover the mass graves that you had put forth. And then also on top of that, you thought that the Western media wouldn't care about the story as much. or you thought that even if they did care about the story, there wouldn't be any real footage, any real evidence, hard evidence beyond firsthand accounts of Palestinians, which obviously nobody fucking cares about because Palestinians are not seen as human beings in Western media. Yeah, it's not random, it's indiscriminate. Exactly. Indiscriminate killing is the policy here, and therefore it has a capacity to look random if you don't recognize what's going on. To the onlooker from afar, you're like, oh, well, this seems like a big mistake. They didn't even, like, it's not like they bombed them. They shot them directly. They assassinated these people. They executed them. The only reason why it looks disorganized is because you can't have complete command over all of your troops and give them the directive to ethnically cleanse people. And even then, sometimes they do, like the Golani brigades and whatnot. Okay? But this is how you unfold ethnic cleansing, systematize, process ethnic cleansing in a way that looks disorganized and disordered, because you're just letting them do whatever they want to do and showing them that there is no accountability internally within the military structure. If they knew that what they had done was appropriate, they wouldn't have fucking buried the ambulances, by the way. Yeah, and Israel has responded to footage showing its forces killing on clearly marked ambulances on Rafah on March 23rd. The military said Golani Brigade soldiers under the 14th Armored Brigade had staged an ambush around 4 a.m. in Tel Al Sultan neighborhood. A video aired on Israel's Channel 14 in early April shows a Golani commander briefing troops before the operation. Here are some of the words that this brigade had said. Everyone you meet is an enemy. You recognize a person, open fire, eliminate them, and move on. Why? We create immense military pressure. We kill a lot of enemies, take a lot of their land. That's how the hostages are returned to this point. Everyone you meet is an enemy. You recognize a person, you open fire, eliminate, and move on. Don't get confused on the subject. I've never seen a situation where they so clearly detail all of this out. Where they so clearly detail it out. They're like, this is an ethnic cleansing. This is a genocide. We're doing a genocide. We love doing ethnic cleansing. Here's how you are going to do the ethnic cleansing. You're going to kill every single person that you see. It does not matter. Kill them dead. Over and over again. And people are still like, I don't know, man. I really want to feel like Israel's in the right here. So your statements are actually hurting my feelings. And so I'm going to cynically claim that this is anti-Semitism. You openly detailing and showcasing things that the Israeli military and the Israeli government are voluntarily saying is actually making me feel uncomfortable about Israel's actions, because I want to feel like Israel's a moral nation. So I'm going to go ahead and cynically say you're being anti-Semitic. It is fucking insane. Truly. If you defend Israel, you're a horrible monster. That's it. You're an awful person. Barely a human. You have dehumanized yourself in defense of an apartheid state that is doing a genocide. Shame on you. If you had a conscience, you wouldn't be able to fucking sleep at night. Actual Nazis. Look at this pathological liar. Israel's deputy foreign minister receives talking points mid-interview. What is this?
Sharon, let's begin with these bodies that have been found in southern Gaza. Should there be an investigation?
Don't you defend known terrorists? Brother, there has never been a moment where I've defended the nation state of Israel or the nation state of the United States of America. They are the known terrorists here, okay? The people that are being slaughtered by these known terrorists are not terrorists. You're a fucking dumbass. Do you think the Nazis were the terrorists or the resistance networks that tried to fight back against them? Well, considering you're a fucking Nazi right now, you probably would defend the Nazi regime as well in that process. You'd be like, yeah, these Jews should not have been resisting. Why'd they do the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising? How dare they? Jew boy 69688. Just all you got is just like spamming the Israeli flag in this moment. It's gross. I need you to understand something, okay? Toothpaste is out of the tube. You can't put it back. You can't. Go ahead. Keep posting your swastika flag in the fucking chat. It's not gonna change anything. It's not gonna change the truth. Every single day that goes on, every single new child or healthcare worker or doctor or professor that Israel kills, every single hospital that Israel blows up is causing people to recognize the truth. Israel is a fucking pariah state, and you are a scumbag. You've always been a scumbag for defending Israel, but now at least more people are aware that you're a scumbag for defending Israel.
Why is Israel killing emergency workers?
So this is absolutely incorrect. There has been no such case like that. But
how do you know?
There have been mistakes, the events with the Central World Kitchen, that's been a grave mistake. But the fact is, I don't know what case you're referring to, but...
So Hamas killing innocent civilians is okay? Did I say that? Where's that chatter? Damn, you guys are clapping them real quick before I can even respond. Dude, it's so instructive that Israel slaughtering Red Cross medical workers and then putting them in a fucking unmarked mass grave, including the goddamn ambulance in the unmarked mass grave that they put forth. And all you have is, well, Hamas. Israel is worse than Hamas. Please get it through your fucking dense skull, okay? Israel is 1,000,000 times worse than Hamas. Do you understand? Mathematically, Israel is insanely, like, it's not even on the same moral playing field to begin with. Israel is the reason why Hamas is a militant resistance group. Because of this shit. Because Israel's been doing this for 76 years. You're out of your fucking mind. What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? Wake up. Oh, what about October 7? What about Hamas? What about Hamas? Israel's done an October 7 virtually every week since October 7. What do you mean, what about October 7? What about the following week of October 7 and the week after and the week after? The 17 months after October 7. And you're still fucking talking about October 7. You're out of your goddamn mind, dude. Shut the fuck up. Israel was doing October 7 shit, kidnapping Palestinians illegally in illegally occupied territory in the West Bank every single day before October 7. The fuck do you mean October 7? Just look at what Israel has done since October 7. Many people, at least, recognized the cruelty, recognized the process, recognized what this is, what Israel is all about after October 7. They were oblivious to it before, but it was impossible to ignore after. And it's wild to me that people still cling on to this narrative.
Every event that you get from Hamas, you don't take it with a grain of salt. You take it with a shovel of salt. Hamas has been spreading propaganda since day one.
I'm not talking about Hamas. I'm talking about the Red Crescent.
Hold on. A research center, okay, from London actually provide information and evidence how Hamas is inflating number, how they're actually reducing the age of some of the victims.
You're not disputing that 15 bodies have been found, have you? Or that 8 of them are Red Crescent workers?
Look, I think that if I haven't heard about this case...
Oh my God.
Look, every case that actually happened, we investigate in depth. Okay?
Oh my God. Dude, so bad. So fucking bad. How are you this bad at your job? How are you this bad at your fucking job? That is crazy. That is oh my God. Thank God they're bad. I guess it's a unique predicament because, like, how can you be good at this? You know? God damn.
If there's an investigation happening regarding a case, I would be very short and very, cautious about making declarative and statements as we've heard before.
Freak. Actual freak. I'm genuinely shocked at that Jesus Christ people still swallow this propaganda from Israel whole. Unbelievable. No, I don't think that there are as many people as you think that are just like eating this propaganda whole. I think people are just like either oblivious or I don't know. I think that I think overall people are just oblivious to it because the media just covers this in the worst way possible. And it's happening far away.
Headlights.
Now, that narrative's been upended. Tonight, a military official admitted the soldiers were mistaken. about the lights and the threat they were under. The army insists 6 of the dead belonged to Hamas, but it denies they were executed at close range. The changing
That's
story...
still a lie. It's not a changing story. They've just been lying since the beginning. They've just never stopped. They've never stopped lying. They're still lying. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind.
Though, is only increasing the pressure.
Like, look, media cares about media narratives. This is a major story. This is a major story. Okay? The very fact that the atrocities itself is obviously a story in and of itself, but even if you're not covering the atrocity, Israel's lying is a story in and of itself. Israel lying like this is a part of this story. It's just a different story. You'd be like, this is so crazy that like they just make shit up completely. And even when they're found, they keep making shit up. They continue to make more shit up. What the fuck is happening?
For an independent investigation. This footage lay buried for a week in the Gaza sand. Now it is forcing Israel to give answers and adding to the calls for accountability. Dan Johnson, BBC News in Jerusalem.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will meet Donald Trump at the White House on Monday. He'll be the first world leader to visit Washington since the US president announced sweeping global tariffs. Israel's itself facing a 17% levy on all goods. It had tried and failed to avoid the measures by preemptively dropping duties on American goods affected by them. The meeting between the two leaders is the first since President Trump unveiled his proposal for the US to take control and own the Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, the British Foreign Secretary David Lammy has said it's deeply concerning that 2 Labour MPs were detained on a visit to Israel.
Normally, the level of credibility decreases with each lie, but Israel's level stays constant across MSM. It's because Israel is America. The only other place where the level of credibility does not decrease is the United States of America. You understand? Like, at a certain point, the level of credibility for mainstream media decreases as a direct consequence of consistently defending these sorts of erroneous claims, these sorts of like open lies. And that's it. So what Israel is doing will take out mainstream credibility. Like the credibility of mainstream press, or what remains of the credibility of mainstream press. That's it. Because it seems to me like the American government is not going to drop Israel. And on top of that, it seems to me like the mainstream press is not going to stop supporting Israel unconditionally and vociferously. Okay? And therefore, it's going to turn into what more and more people just feeling resentful towards the institutions that defend this shit. Do you see what I'm saying? All of the institutions, whether it be the American government, whether it be mainstream press, all the institutions that defend this kind of ridiculous, these kinds of ridiculous lies and the atrocities, in an effort to defend the atrocities themselves, the state that is engaging in these atrocities, they're all going to lose. They are all going to lose their credibility. And they are. They already are. That's what's happening right now.
Abtizam Mohammed and Yuan Yang were both refused entry into the country by Israeli immigration officials after landing at Tel Aviv airport on Saturday night. According to Israeli media reports, they were denied entry because they intended to spread hateful rhetoric against Israel, the Israeli population, and the immigration authority. In a statement, David Lammy said, "I've made clear to my counterparts in the Israeli government that this is no way to treat British parliamentarians, and we've been in contact with both MPs tonight to offer our support." Tom Simons reports.
Abtizam Mohammed, a Sheffield MP, and Yuan Yang, who represents a Reading constituency, were detained yesterday trying to enter Israel. The British government said they were on a parliamentary delegation. Both are certainly strong.
What will it take? Like, I genuinely don't know. I'm asking. What will it take? What will it take for people to be like, all right, dude, this is a bridge too far? Like, do they have to just like flagrantly assassinate like a Western leader or something and just be like, we're doing this. We did it. We love doing it. We're going to keep doing it. Is that when people will be like, okay, maybe we got to reconsider our unconditional loyalty to Israel? Like, it just doesn't make any sense, dude.
Of Israel's military action in Gaza and the death and destruction it's caused. But media outlets in Israel, quoting the country's authorities, said the MPs admitted when questioned they would be spreading what was described as hateful rhetoric against Israel. The Foreign Secretary David Lammy said on X, "It is unacceptable, counterproductive and deeply concerning that 2 British MPs on a parliamentary delegation to Israel have been detained and refused entry by the Israeli authorities. I've made it clear to my counterparts in the Israeli government that this is no way to treat British parliamentarians." The 2 MPs have both put pressure on their ministers to introduce sanctions against Israel.
Ethnic cleansing is taking place before our very own eyes and the world remains silent. Will the minister confirm that Israel must allow Palestinians to return to northern Gaza and that any settlements there would be illegal?
We would like more action, and we do not think the current action is enough. And so I would like to remind him of the comments previously made by the Prime Minister on looking into sanctions against Minister Ben-Gvir and Minister Smotrich for their comments supporting the illegal resettlement of northern Gaza.
Yang Yuan, a former Financial Times journalist, has also highlighted the lack of access for the media in Gaza, preventing first-hand reporting. The MPs are expected to release a statement tomorrow. An aide for Yuan Yang said the priority was getting them back to the UK as quickly as possible. Tom Simons, BBC News.
Well, Yaakov Katz is a senior fellow at the Jewish People Policy Institute and a former editor-in-chief of the Jerusalem Post. I asked him why the British MPs had been detained.
I think that what we can definitely say is that Moshe Arbel, the Interior Minister, doesn't make these decisions independently. This is based on...
Are you still planning on going to Gaza? Are you fucking stupid, dude? Are you oblivious to what's going on? How? How would that even happen? A bunch of journalists, and myself included, were trying to open up the Rafah pathway during the ceasefire period. The ceasefire is over. Israel has opened up the genocide faucet again. Even then, it would have been impossible, pretty much. It's bait. When did you become a journalist, Hassan? What did I say? I'm a journalist? I said a bunch of journalists and myself, as in I'm not a journalist. What is this? What is happening?
Information that he receives definitely from security authorities as well as from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, some intelligence basically indicating what these MPs might be doing. But just to give some context to it, it's not the first time that Israel has done something like this to elected officials that it fears might be coming to the country to stir unrest. A few years ago, during the first Trump administration, 2 Democratic members of the House of Representatives, Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar, well-known and very vocal, vitriol critics of Israel, came and tried to enter the country, and they were also denied entry. So this is something that Israel very rarely does, even when engaging with friends of it, like the United States or the United Kingdom.
Well, good thing that you mentioned that they have done it, though. So that's weird. Kind of feels like they do that then. No? Just like, oh, no, you don't understand. It's just a very rare thing that they do, even though here are instances where they have done it. Just rare.
Kingdom. So I think that what we're looking at is really a delicate balance between Israel's interest and, of course, maintaining and preserving very important political, diplomatic, cultural relations with these countries, but at the same time, making sure that people, like any country, is allowed to prevent people from entering who are going to undermine the fabric of society and try to cause harm to the state of Israel.
Well,
insane. Incredible. Yeah. No, you don't get it. It's actually perfectly valid. It's perfectly valid for Israel to do this because they'll undermine the delicate fabric of Israeli society by speaking the truth. If the truth is going to undermine your delicate fabric of society, then you don't deserve to have a society like that. That's my take, at least. Bullshit.
More of this by going live to Jerusalem and join our chief North America correspondent, Gary O'Donoghue. Gary, first of all, how? We're talking about these 2 British Labour MPs being denied entry on Saturday night. How is that being reported in Israel?
Well, the facts of it are being reported as you'd expect, and we've actually had some contact, or the BBC's had some contact with one of the MPs who said they wouldn't be saying anything until they got back to the UK. I can tell you that we've just heard from the Interior Ministry here who say that those two MPs, and presumably, although we'll check this with their two aides, left the country at 6 a.m. this morning. So that's about 3 hours ago. So they should be back in the UK in short order. And that's when they said they would make a statement about what had happened to them. But effectively, they were denied entry. And the Israeli authorities have been saying because they were here, not on an official delegation, which is something the Foreign Office has contradicted, and also because they were here, according to the Israelis, to spread hatred. We'll see what the MPs themselves have to say when they land, but this has clearly caused a lot of tension between the government in London, with the Foreign Secretary describing it as unacceptable and saying this is no way to treat a delegation of parliamentarians.
Yes, the reasons given were that they intended to spread hateful rhetoric. Do we understand what they mean by that?
No, we don't. There's been no elaboration on what they meant by that. And of course, that doesn't sound like something you would say if you were questioned, does it? I'm here to spread hateful rhetoric. So we'll see what their account of that interview and that interrogation was when they land. But clearly, these two MPs have a background. The Israeli authorities will know that background, know what they've said on the record in Parliament about Israel and about Israel's activities. And I've no doubt that will have been part of the judgment here. They will have checked these people out before they came in and made a decision that they didn't want to let them into the country.
Gary, Benjamin Netanyahu, shortly on his way to Washington for a meeting with Donald Trump. What's Israel hoping to get out of that meeting?
It's just, look, it's so consistent, it's so flagrant, it's so obvious. At this stage, if you are a government that's allowing this to happen, especially when considering that Israel would not even be able to do any of this without Western support. Israel would not exist in the violent ways that it does without Western support. So at this stage, if you're a government that looks at this and goes, well, what are you going to do? It's just Israel being Israel. It is what it is. Or try to defend it in any capacity. Or if you're an institution like the media. Hassan, why is your chat so cringe and fascist-pilled? What are you saying? Who is fascist-pilled? Who says fascist-pilled? If you're a mainstream institution, like a mainstream media institution, and you still run defense and run cover for Israel when it's like so flagrantly and so very clearly violating norms and so arrogant and so entitled in the way that they're doing it, it is no wonder that fucking, especially when tied to the association with Judaism, the false conflation of Judaism, it's no wonder that anti-Semitism grows. Like, what are you doing? You're doing David Icke style conspiracy on your own. You're like, no, the conspiracies are real. We do actually control the media. We do actually do this for Judaism. All Jews care about this over and over and over again. Of course, people are going to respond to that. Of course, people are going to respond to that and be like, okay, well, now I believe you. I guess my perspective on this is different because, like, as someone who's lived in the United States of America, whose name is Hassan, right? It feels like Israel's doing like pro-ISIS style commentary. The false association, the false conflation of Islam and ISIS to deliberately create Islamophobia in the West so that people would be more tolerant to all of the death and destruction overseas was done by people who weren't Muslim. But here it feels like Jews and non-Jews alike who love Israel make that conflation. Israel is exactly like ISIS. Israel operates exactly like ISIS, down to the false conflation of religion. I don't know how other people don't recognize this. I don't know how they don't see it. It's like Israel's actions and its defense feel like, a lot of Muslim leaders in the West were like, you're being Islamophobic if you think what ISIS is doing is wrong. You know what I mean? Can you imagine there's like people running around, like Muslims themselves, not the state, not the media, because the media did make that conflation, because that conflation was deliberate, methodical, helped their goals in bombing the living shit out of every fucking Muslim country. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's his second visit, isn't it, to Washington since the election, since the US election, or since Donald Trump took over on the 20th of January again. And clearly trade will be an important part of that, because as part of these worldwide tariffs that Donald Trump has imposed, Israel was slapped with a 17% tariff, despite the fact that the government here had removed all tariffs on US goods just before Donald Trump made his announcement. So I'm sure there'll be some lobbying on that score. And I think he'll want to also try to ensure that he's got the latitude to do what he wants to do in Gaza in particular, with this current offensive there and creating these new, what Israel calls these new security zones in these new corridors, which is something that's come up for a lot of criticism, under a lot of criticism from the UN and other international players and organizations. And Benjamin Netanyahu will want to know that he's still got Donald Trump's backing in that regard as well.
Finally, Gary, we've had the reports from the Israeli military admitting that its initial accounts of what happened when 50...
You're not being annoying. I'm very familiar with forensicarchitecture.org, okay? It is a resource that I'm very familiar with. They did great work on the Al Ahli bombing, and I've used them in the past, and I've talked about them many times over.
15 emergency workers were killed on March the 23rd. They've admitted mistakes in those initial accounts. What do we understand actually did take place?
Well, in some sense, they've been forced to admit these mistakes because a video emerged yesterday which showed these vehicles, these ambulances and a fire truck approaching.
Words don't have any meaning anymore, dude. A mistake implies that you didn't intend to assassinate these healthcare workers. A mistake implies that you don't want to do it again. What Israel did to the healthcare workers is not a mistake. It's just regular process. That's it. And they've done it every single day. This is not the first time this has happened. I cannot stress this enough. Israel has killed hundreds of healthcare workers. Israel's tortured doctors, kidnapped them and tortured them. The mistake is that they got caught.
Where their occupants were actually killed with all their lights on and with their signals flashing. Now, the Israeli authorities had originally said that they were acting suspiciously. They had no lights on, no emergency signals flashing, and that's why they'd been engaged.
For the record, even if those ambulances did not have their lights on, what do you mean it's valid to shoot at ambulances? Like, even Israel's initial defense is psychotic and only works because there is so much dehumanizing propaganda against Palestinians. Okay? Like, their defense, their initial defense also doesn't meet the standard of international law. Think about that. Like, their first line of defense they came out with also didn't make sense. So mad, Lamau, but we'll never talk about Muslims, murders, and killers. Hypocrites, huh? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you saying? What do you mean this is hypocritical? So mad, Lamau. Yeah, I am mad. If you have a fucking conscience, you should be mad too, dumb fuck. What do you mean? So mad, Lamau? Like, you think this isn't something to be mad about? You're fine with this? It seems like you are, considering that you immediately want to go, what about Muslims, murderers? I'm not even saying this is Jews doing the murder. You understand that, right? Because that's not the case. This is Israel doing it. You fucking baboon. That's the other thing. This is another reason why Islamophobia is perfectly permissible, except anti-Semitism, at least right now, and that's changing. But for the time being, anti-Semitism is still institutionally regarded as something that's inappropriate and unacceptable. And that's changing. Make no mistake, especially if you're a right-winger. Holy moly. They do say this exact same thing, but role reversal with Jews. They literally will just turn around and be like, yeah. The irony, of course, is that this person cannot even comprehend the words that are coming out of my mouth because I was just talking about ISIS. I was just talking about ISIS and the false conflation of Islam and ISIS. He just doesn't understand that. In his mind, he's like, this is how all Muslims are.
By these Israeli forces in this suburb, this area just outside of Rafah in the southern part of the Gaza Strip. Now, they say that they're looking into it. They say that at least 6 of those who were killed had links with Hamas. They have produced no evidence to prove that or to demonstrate that at this stage. And they have said that none of these people that were killed were armed. They were then buried in these shallow graves covered over by sand. The Israeli authorities say they did that to prevent wild animals from taking the bodies of these people. But it did then take a week for the UN to be able to find this sort of shallow grave, I suppose you'd call it. And some of the people that examined those bodies have suggested that these were sort of execution-style killings, perhaps some people with their hands tied.
Now to the pro.
Yeah, I mean, it was execution-style killings. By the way, here's a Tory leader saying she supports Israel's decision to deport the 2 Labour MPs who were on a fact-finding mission to the country. Look how cucked you have to be.
People who represent us in Parliament should be people who should be able to go anywhere in the.
Bro, if you're not a very educated guy and you have no capacity for critical thinking, and you see a British MP go on television and be like, yeah, Israel's the Jewish nation state, and they get to do this to our MPs. I care more about Israel and their actions than I do my own countrymen. How the fuck is the expectation that that person watching this news hit is not going to come out of that thinking, oh my God, Jews do fucking control the media and the goddamn MPs? Like, how is that? How is anybody looking at the situation and going, this is not going to go somewhere very scary? And it already is. What are we doing? Like, what is this? The last year and the way that politicians in the West have tried to dance around this issue and avoid the overwhelming public sentiment against Israel, like, is like out of the dreams of David Duke. Okay, they don't even have to do propaganda anymore. They don't have to fucking lie at all. They can just simply repeat what Jake Tapper is saying, repeat what these people are saying over and over again. Be like, see, they're saying Israel's for the Jews, is the Jewish nation, and we must defend them. And if you criticize them, then you're anti-Semitic. If you criticize baby murder, you're anti-Semitic.
People not be worried about what they're going to do when they go into those
Are you
countries.
suggesting the Israelis were right to worry that these 2 Labour politicians would break the law if they got into the country?
Well, that's the reason they gave. And what I believe is that every country should be able to control its borders. We do the same thing. There are many people that we don't allow into our country, and I don't think we should be setting precedents in a different way.
So just to be clear,
Dog, that is your co-workers. What are you saying? There's many people we don't allow into our country. What are you? But you're British. Those are British MPs. What are you saying? You're not Israeli. You are not in Israel. What the fuck? What are you saying? Israel is a welfare state as a recipient of unlimited funds from the United States of America and the UK. What the fuck are you saying right now? What? We don't allow people. We don't allow people into our country.
do you believe the Israeli government's account of this, not the Foreign Secretary who says they were treated unacceptably?
The Foreign Secretary has given his view. I've given my view.
Okay, you have given your view. Tony Badenoch, it's great to have you with us.
I guess there's a hidden truth there, by the way, which is that if we criticize Israel for this, we can't do it ourselves. And I like doing it ourselves. You know, watch Tory leader Kemi Badenoch advocate putting Britain first in foreign policy speech. Yeah, America first means putting Israel first. British first means putting Israel first. That's what it means. I mean, obviously, it doesn't actually mean putting American citizens first. America first does not mean you're putting actual citizens first. That's never been the case. It's just pure patriotic babble to delude the masses into thinking that you actually care about their well-being. It's a stoking nationalistic fervor in an effort to make them look the other way as you rob them blind. You know, as you take away their limited resources.
Happening nationwide this weekend over, amongst other things, those.
Oh, last thing I wanted to talk about with the Israel thing is, of course, Trey Yingst, who I've talked about quite a bit. He is Fox News' foreign correspondent, as you guys know, and he is one of the only major news publication journalists that has actively called out Israel. It's so insane that he is the Fox News foreign correspondent. Okay? He's their guy in Israel. And he's done a lot of, pro-Israel propaganda, make no mistake. But in the sea of that pro-Israel propaganda, he is one of the only journalists in any mainstream publication that has demonstrated a clear conscience on the assassination of his colleagues that happen to be Palestinian. It is crazy that it's the Fox News guy. Okay? He is the Fox News guy, and he has consistently been like, Israel's killing journalists. What the fuck are you guys doing? How are you guys not talking about how Israel just keeps killing journalists? How is this acceptable? And now he's also covering the unmarked mass graves of the Palestinian Red Crescent Society, the first responders that Israel assassinated.
Paramedics from the Palestine Red Crescent dig through the earth of southern Gaza. They're recovering the bodies of their colleagues killed by Israeli forces. On March 23rd, first responders were dispatched to this area of Rafah. When they arrived, Israeli soldiers opened fire.
Health workers should never be a target, and yet we're here today digging up a mass grave of first responders and paramedics.
On March 31st, the IDF provided a statement to Fox News saying, quote, several vehicles were identified advancing suspiciously toward IDF troops without headlights or emergency signals. Video released 5 days later by the Palestine Red Crescent directly contradicts that statement. The IDF also claimed in the initial findings that 9 out of the 15 medics were operatives in Hamas and Islamic Jihad. Asked multiple times for evidence to support that claim, none was provided. Funerals were held late last week for those killed by Israeli bullets. Families mourning the dead, mothers trying to make sense of the senseless. He went to save the martyrs and injured.
Dude, he's not mincing his words at all. It's crazy. He's not. Like, this is... How is this better coverage than BBC, man? A shame. Shame on the BBC. Shame on CNN. Shame on all Western news publications that are getting outflanked by one fucking singular dude who, on normal circumstances, is still doing a steady flow of Hasbara. But in this circumstance and in some other unique instances where he'll just be like, no, this is fucking bullshit. How is it that there's like a handful of mainstream reporters that every now and then will accurately cover the news? How is that the expectation here? It's crazy.
And we've been waiting for him for a week. We were told that he was either martyred or injured, but I realized that they had killed them from the very first moment.
Is Fox News just going full anti-Semite now? No, what? What are you talking about? No. Fox News is literally even somehow more pro-Israel than every one of these other outlets. This is one of the few unique instances where Trey Ying's own personal voice comes through the coverage, and it's one of the unique instances where Trey Ying's also will, actively cover the story in the way that you normally would. It has nothing to do with anti-Semitism. What the fuck?
They had killed them and buried them underground. As bodies of these medics rest inside white plastic bags with a photo attached, the face of Rifat Radwan stands out, the man who recorded his final moments with a final message. Forgive me, Mother. This is the path I chose to help people, he said.
Yeah. Israel is based as fuck. Sick, man. It's so funny that Israel dick riders don't realize that they're contributing to people hating Israel with the ways in which they choose to defend Israel and the horrifying actions that they even try to cover.
Serves the economy as well.
Anyway, we're moving on to the mass protests that have taken place. There's also this. Trump's DHS erroneously sent an email to Ukrainians legally living in the U.S. under a humanitarian program telling them their status had been revoked and they had 7 days to leave the country or the federal government will find you. I guess they are they're getting ready. I don't know. It's erroneous today. Might not be erroneous tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Well as massive government job cuts and human rights. ABC's Christian Cordero is in Washington where one of the largest protests happened. Good morning, Christian.
Hey, Janae, good morning. So through every move, the administration has said it is acting on a mandate from the American people. Well, hundreds of thousands of people took to streets yesterday to have their voices heard.
This morning, chants from coast to coast after Saturday's hands-off protest drew in more than 1 million people, organizers say, across some 1,200 rallies.
I have some interesting thoughts on this. And I think many of you attended these protests all around the country, and I'm very proud of you for participating in this, for demonstrating. And I think many of you that attended these protests probably saw something that I saw as well. I'll get to it in a second. Let's see how the media covers it first.
Francisco and Seattle, from Los Angeles and Lincoln, Detroit to Denver, and right here.
Update. I mentioned some time ago that I was a Jew that learned of the evils of Israel from you and then changed my perspective on them. I have since convinced the rest of my Jewish family to critically look at how insanely Nazi Israel has become, and they're all happily anti-Zionist now. Hell yeah, chatter. Keep up the good work. Why aren't Latinos included on these protests? What do you mean?
In Washington, D.C., where an estimated 100,000 people filled the National Mall.
We all have something that we're upset about.
17 minutes.
And they're all important things.
Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency has spent weeks making major cuts to the federal workforce with the goal of shrinking the government and saving billions in federal funds. His latest target, the Peace Corps. Sources tell ABC News Doge members entered Peace Corps headquarters Friday to begin a review of their system. Amid the Doge cuts, unemployment in March increased, the economic uncertainty keeping people like Stan Prusik up at night.
47 years. So what's really interesting about the protests, at least from my experience, my estimation, as someone who participated in the DC protests and walked around the Capitol, was that the hands-off protests and the hands-off protests overall were very liberal. Like they were, their focus was on a lot of the things that I think liberals have gotten frustrated by in general, which isn't to say that they're wrong, by the way. I'm not saying that they're wrong at all. Like, obviously, there's some parts of the overall perspective that hands off demonstrated, where they were like, hands off my NATO, which I think is fucking insane. It's an insane statement to make. No mention of Gaza in the top line argument whatsoever. No mention of the genocide. And I think that they did that because they, the organizers did that specifically because they wanted to make this as like a Democratic Party friendly as possible, so that politicians would go and speak at these rallies and legitimize these rallies, which I think is a mistake. This does not mean that those people that were participating in these rallies did not care about Israel, by the way. They certainly did. Okay? This does not mean that these massive protests did not have like more radicalized elements within them. They certainly had it. However, the one thing that I noticed was that these protests in the DC, at least, the liberal protests that were happening, the hands-off protests that were happening, were side by side with the anti-Israel protests that took place that I spoke at, and the pro-Palestinian protest that I spoke at was significantly younger and much more diverse. Whereas the hands-off rallies were the participants of the hands-off rallies were a lot older and mostly white. Now, once again, I'm not saying that those guys don't have an opinion on Gaza. I'm sure they do. And plenty of them were even, wearing keffiyehs. And what's interesting to me is that the convergence of both of these issues could create mass popular momentum, because it would rebuild the Democratic coalition with the demographics that actually support historically the Democratic Party. But that would require the Democratic Party to change its narrative on Israel, or its reluctance to ever criticize Israel. Just something that I saw that I found to be interesting.
Work, 47 years of savings, and I just started Social Security, and I'd like to enjoy. It's time to me to enjoy life.
The protest, a stern message to lawmakers across party lines.
We are standing up and saying in this moment we will organize and mobilize, and we are ready. 2 years, not 4. 2.
I find it, I like the issues that they're talking about, by the way, I'm not undermining at all. They are very significant. Mass layoffs, Doge, anti-Elon sentiment, all of that is perfectly valid. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But I do think it's interesting that even these protests, which are like the demographics that the Democratic Party has maintained as its base of support, educated, white, wealthier liberals on average that are upset about the things that they see in the news, all of those people were still very much surrounded by wine moms, white wine moms that were wearing fucking keffiyehs, white wine moms that were rocking with Luigi Mangione. For every I'm done drinking wine, I should be at brunch instead of this style protester with like silly ass, liberal ass fucking protest placards. There were plenty of people who were championing Luigi Mangione. When you got wine moms championing Luigi Mangione, things are changing, okay? That is a sign that the times are changing. There's a sign that the attitude is shifting. Something that I also pointed to even in the pro-Palestinian demonstration, where one of the Hasanabi heads, who is a Jewish Voice for Peace person, okay, she had a placard where she had the red triangle inside of the Star of David. Now, that is critical support for militant resistance against the state of Israel. Jewish Voice for Peace has not been historically known for offering critical support to militant resistance against the state of Israel. So that also is a shift in the attitude. What's up? Oh, y'all are here already? Wait, I also ordered. Fuck, I didn't realize you guys were gonna come right now. So I ordered a bunch of stuff. What did you get? Oh, you got me something? Okay. What did you get me? What is this? Pro Cell? Oh, this is sick. Bozu. No, it's all good. No, this is a sick gift. Thank you. What's up? What's up?
You know Chi?
What? Yeah, we met at DNC. Yeah.
Right here?
Hold on. Let me. No. I'm gonna fix a couple things up real quick, and then we're gonna. What I would do here. You guys are gonna sit on those. There's another one over there, the small one, and it's because unfortunately we don't have a lot of what? Yeah, I'm gonna move over here, and then I'm gonna shackle the noise gate.
What are you guys talking about? The protest?
The protest. Yeah. Hold on. What do you got in that bag?
Me and Lolo went to a camera store and got this.
For what?
Nothing.
What are you gonna film?
Fun.
What are you gonna film?
Surprise. We're not gonna say yet. Well, I'm glad nothing bad happened at the protest yesterday then.
What do you mean? He spoke. It was terrible.
Wow. Wait. You gotta come in a little bit more into the. Yeah. No. It's not dark. Trust me. Look. See. I guess it's a little dark.
Or I could just crank this a little bit.
Yeah.
It is.
Did you speak?
No, I didn't speak. They would never have me speak.
Wait. Why? Why would they not have you speak?
Because I would
You're
instruct
dangerous.
them.
You would what?
You instruct them?
Instruct them to do what?
Storm the Capitol?
No, yeah. I would say let's go storm the Capitol right now.
I'll make. Yeah. Alex would be out there being like, I'll make January 6th look like a tickle party. That's what he told me. He's a scary guy.
I know. No, we hang out twice a year, and it's in controlled environments. So.
Yeah. So hold on here. I'll show you.
Oh my
Twitter
god, my
as
shit's
well.
on the stream.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
there it is.
Wow.
We have Alex Lol Overruled in the building, and we have Chi Ose as well. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay, Chi Ose as well. We have, this is politics in action here, ladies and gentlemen, folks. Chi and I met at the DNC a while back when I was there before they kicked my ass out. And we are gonna hang out a little bit. I ordered food
What'd you
for
get?
myself. I didn't even realize you guys were gonna be here at this point. I thought you were gonna come in
at 3 o'clock, the time that I told you.
Well, I said 4 after, but I didn't realize it was already 3.
I'm just following his instructions.
But I ordered a bunch, so there's enough for you guys as well. I ordered from. It's supposed to be. It's on the way actually. Ozatar.
Yeah.
Mediterranean.
Yeah, Ozatar East Village. That's what I ordered.
You double checked what kind of Mediterranean?
Oh no, I would never. He's got Zatar in the name. I doubt.
You're like staying right across the street from one of the best Chinese restaurants in the city.
Oh, the dim sum place?
No, Wu's Wonton King.
Oh, Wu's Wonton. Okay.
Have you been there before?
The guy at the front desk said it's really good.
Yeah.
And also I told you, I gave you some ideas of where you could stay, and you said no. I want to stay in Dime Square. That's where I want to stay. Well, it's because I want to be. I want to get clouded up in Dime Square. Yeah, that's what you said to me exactly. Those were the words.
This is entirely Noah Colwyn's fault. He is the one who chose this hotel, but I don't hate it. I mean, it's very hip. It's definitely a very hip hotel. I came in. There's a speaker in this hotel room, and there was music playing, and I had to call the front desk and be like, "How do I turn off the speaker?"
Did someone come up?
No, they told me where it was. The controls for the speaker is like in the fucking mini bar in the back over there.
They
inside of the closet.
This area is not as cloudy as it used to be. We were just talking about it because they got rid of the outdoor dining. So
yeah,
the cool people can't flock as much.
I did like that though when they had the outdoor
stuff.
stuff.
Me too. The city council got rid of it.
That's your fault.
Yeah, why did you do that?
It was a
Gee, are you the youngest? Wait, were you the youngest person on city council?
Yeah, I got elected at 23 years old.
Wow.
I'm 27 now. Still the youngest in the city council.
Wow.
Yeah.
I increased the audio, chat. You guys can hear us a little bit better this way, I think. Looks like Zatar is Lebanese, so you guys are good. Yeah. I mean, Noah, like, I'm Turkish, so when I, like, even before BDS or that those sorts of considerations, like, when I look at a Mediterranean, Middle Eastern restaurant, I will look to see if it's, like, actually Greek first.
Yeah. You got to call sometimes.
And Noah suggested a restaurant, and he was like, "This is really good. You should get it." And I looked it up, and it was like it was Greek. So I was like, "Nah, I'm not getting that." That's why I got this place instead.
Every time you are ordering from a elusive Mediterranean restaurant, you got to go to the website, go to the About page. That really gives you an accurate description of what you're about to eat.
I'm not trying to eat dog shit, you know?
You're right.
But yeah. Okay, so we could do the thing. We could go to Chinatown.
Okay.
But you said you don't have a Chinese person to come with us.
That's not what I said.
That's literally what he said.
That's not what
That's crazy.
Said.
That's not what I said.
I'm literally Chinese.
I am too.
Are you?
Yeah, in my heart. I'm yeah. Technically, I mean, you know, my...
You're not technically Chinese.
I'm literally Chinese.
Not you.
Okay.
You.
Wait, really?
Yeah. My grandmother's from Hong Kong.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's sick.
A quarter Chinese. Blasian gang.
That's... Oh, God. I'm so jealous. No, I'm also technically white Chinese. Think about it. Maternal, my mother's maiden name, what is it? Uyghur.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Silk Road.
Yeah. So technically, my ancestors come from Xinjiang, at least on one side.
There you go.
That's how I'm coping with it.
Have you done the ancestors?
You're just jealous, dude.
I'm not jealous.
You're jealous. I can see the resentment in your eyes.
Streamer with Chinese characters.
You're fucking staring at me with so much unrestricted jealousy.
I'm not.
That's crazy.
You're with two Chinese people then.
Yeah.
We can go to Chinatown.
We can go to Chinatown.
I don't think you guys make one full Chinese person.
Maybe half a Chinese person. Right?
How dare you?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What if one of my friends comes? They're from Taiwan though.
Okay, they're Chinese. The fuck?
Well,
what are we talking about?
What would they be if they're from Taiwan? What would their ethnicity be?
Taiwan.
What would their ethnicity be?
Chinese, I guess.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
wait, really?
Yeah.
I don't think Taiwanese people like that.
I mean, they're still Han Chinese. Like that's at least that's what my aunt says. Is she's fucking from Taiwan.
Taiwanese?
Yeah.
Your aunt's Taiwanese?
Yeah.
So you are, I guess.
But
Taiwanese.
not aunt, like my aunt that married my uncle.
There's a lot of Chinese. I feel like there's a lot of what is it? You're baiting a little bit right now. You're Asian baiting.
Am I?
Asian fishing.
Asian fishing. Yeah, Asian fishing.
Transracial.
Yeah, I'm doing RTCA, race changed, or RCTA, race changed to Asian.
You're like Emma Stone in that movie where what's that?
What? Yeah, she was Asian in a movie, right?
Yeah, and like.
Were you talking about Scarlett Johansson?
There's so many.
No, it was Scarlett Johansson, right? Not Lucy, right? Lucy wasn't Asian.
I thought Emma Stone did it too.
Yeah.
They're kind of the same a little bit, but one of them was in an Asian fishing moment.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, wait. Okay, yeah. There's an arcade in Chinatown we could go to.
We don't even have to go there. We could just like walk around
Chinatown,
check it out.
down. Yeah.
I'm surprised you ordered food. We should have gotten food.
I know. We'll taste it and then we'll have a little bit of it because yeah, Taiwan is ethnic Chinese. They were occupied by Japan for 300 years ago, so probably got a lot of that. And then don't know who they were before indigenous. Yes, there's an indigenous population that's very small, but yes.
So Hassan, you're getting involved in the mayoral race.
Yeah, I'm running for mayor.
Yeah.
Well, my people, not the Chinese, but the Turkish.
Why not the Chinese, though?
Well, because I'm specifying, because I am Chinese as well. But my people, the Turks, have been involved heavily in the mayoral race already.
They have.
And they secured a major victory with spiritual Turk Eric Adams.
New York City is the Istanbul of America, right?
Yeah. So in some ways, I'm actually there. This is a gotcha moment. You know, Zoran doesn't know it yet, but I'm gonna be like, I'm here on behalf of the Turkish coalition.
Yeah.
Like, will you give us the same assurances that Eric did?
Offer him a flight, a plane ticket.
Yeah.
Discount flight.
That's what I'm here
Not
for.
free.
I'm working. Yeah. Not free. Make up a number, like $200. But that's what I'm actually here for. I'm actually here to make sure that the bond between the New York mayor and Turkey remains as strong as it has been.
You got to sit down with Cuomo too then.
I don't want to do that.
No,
Well,
and then
she
and
actually
offer him
came
the
here
same trip to
because
Turkey?
He was saying on the way up that he came here to endorse.
Oh, wow.
I'm absolutely I'm not endorsing.
Official endorsement.
I am absolutely not endorsing Cuomo for mayor in any way, shape, or form.
I'm going to ask Zoran directly, will you deny the Armenian genocide? I'm a single issue voter.
That's crazy.
Please deny the Armenian. Or no, what was it? The text messages were, can you please not make a statement about the Armenian genocide?
Who said that?
Oh, the Turkish envoys.
That's what they were saying.
Oh, that was one of the.
Adams.
Yeah, that's,
wow.
No, the demands were so like. It made me kind of sad and embarrassed because, like, you know, if you're anyone who's interested in like defending interests of Israel, you can just like get away with saying whatever, you know, making like whatever demands you have.
Right.
But with Turkey, the demands were, it's okay if you recognize the Armenian genocide, just don't say anything about it. Like, that was so like low effort. Like,
I don't understand why he did multiple trips out there. Like, that's the only confusing part. Like, I understand like one trip is.
Yeah, they got fire alarm permits. Like that's all they got.
I know.
All of the glazing,
things you could get.
all the bribery, and you just got the embassy building to fucking not have any permits. Like, sick.
But I'm not endorsing Cuomo. That's a promise.
Oh, okay. We were worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought maybe you would.
I wasn't worried.
Can you imagine?
I think we need someone with a strong vision for New York City.
Start to coalesce the left for Cuomo. Leftist for Cuomo.
Absolutely. I think the food is here. I'm gonna haul up the.
Chi, what are you working on now?
What am I working on right now? I just passed a huge bill in the city council that would ban broker fees from being forced onto tenants, as you know and made a video about.
I do. Can you explain what's a broker?
Yeah, so in New York City, when you're a prospective tenant looking for an apartment, 9 times out of 10, you find an apartment on your own, whether through word of mouth, from a friend, Street Easy. I'm sure you've done all of this. And you show up to your lease signing when you find your home, and your landlord is forcing you to pay this broker fee to a broker who you never hired. And these broker fees range from 15 to 30% of your annual rent. So say you're looking to move into an apartment that's $22.50 a month, right? Not only are you paying first month's rent, security deposit, but your landlord's forcing you to pay a broker's fee that can be 1 month's Hassan peeing in the back, double stream.
It's loud. It's like Niagara Falls. My God.
But listen, these broker fees just make housing like 10 times more expensive. And last year, we were able to beat the real estate lobby. They were putting millions and millions and millions of dollars of trying to beat us in passing this bill, and we passed it. So tenants in New York in June will not be forced to pay broker fees anymore.
That's pretty incredible considering like how powerful the real estate lobby is in New York City.
I always say that, you know, what the oil lobby is to Texas, the real estate lobby is to New York City. And that's why they're spending a lot of money in this mayoral race. They're trying to take out progressive council members, and they were trying to beat the bill that we got passed.
And right now, I saw you're working on a bill about bathrooms. There are no public bathrooms in New York City.
So the lead sponsor of the bill, Councilmember Sandy Nurse, shout out Sandy, is passing a bill soon. I'm a co-sponsor of the bill that will create a citywide network of public restrooms. It's impossible to take a shit in New York City unless you
This is true. It's
you
really
have to
true.
pay money to take a shit.
Going to a
All of the
restaurant.
bathrooms that you see around the city are either closed or dirty. You know, I know that Eric Adams defunded the Parks Department. So this bill would expand the amount of public restrooms in the city.
Yeah.
It's so terrible, the experience of using the bathroom in New York for anything. I know you are very familiar with that.
Because I'm just
You're just always shitting around the city.
Shitting
But that's a bill that I'm a proud co-sponsor of. I'm also trying to get this bill passed this year that will ban the NYPD Strategic Response Group from infringing on nonviolent protests, offending our First Amendment right. I have 20 out of 51 city council members signed on to the bill. Call your city council member if you live in New York and tell them to sign on to the bill. It's called the Curb Act. Shout out the Curb Act. Let's get it passed.
Cool.
Yeah. What are you working on?
I'm just hanging out, honestly.
Yeah, that's cool. Your Substack is like blowing up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
That's great. You make money off of that?
I pay my rent with it.
That's great.
Really? Yeah.
That's terrific.
It's pretty cool.
I hear Substack's like that's the thing right now, right? Hassan, do you have a Substack?
He doesn't know how to write or read.
I don't know. I'm not literate.
Yeah. Shout out Substack Dev. That's great.
Don't give him. He takes up enough space.
What?
Who?
Oh, you want? Are you worried? I'm gonna. You worried?
What are you gonna write
You're
about?
gonna take your fans on Substack.
You're not gonna write about culture. Are you gonna write about LeBron every week?
Are you saying I'm cultureless?
Me and Marsh were actually talking about this when we were having a delightful lunch together.
What you got? What are you guys talking about? I got baklava for you guys.
You got Israeli pita.
Okay, no. Not even on some BDS shit. Like I'm saying, like it's just. I'm not eating no dog shit, dude. Wait, no.
Did they leave
Oh no, they did.
You got some baklava.
I'll have some of that. Delicious Lebanese food.
Yeah. I got a fuck ton of chicken, so I think you guys...
I just lifted today. I'm trying to get like Hassan.
Yeah. Oh, that's the... Yeah, you lift. You got
lift.
Like crazy... Bro, just going straight for the baklava before he even tries the food.
He doesn't want any of the other food.
I just want baklava.
That looks good.
God damn. That's a good presentation, boys. Oh my God. I'm fucking stoked.
That looks fire.
That's a lot of chicken.
Yeah, I need protein.
Yeah. Are you working out while you're here?
No.
You should come lift. If you're in the city tomorrow, come lift at my
I'm
gym.
not.
He's leaving.
Come on.
I am.
Chat, do you want him to stay for one more day and go to Wall Street?
That's what I was planning on doing, but it's better
to interview people who are going to be jumping off the building.
Are you leaving? You're giving away the surprise?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
You just said it.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Wait, it's
That's
not
crazy.
a surprise. I think I brought it up that I was planning on doing that.
Going to Wall Street.
Yeah,
to see
going
the
to
crash
Wall Street to see to fucking Bloody Monday, but.
You think it's gonna be crazy?
Oh, there's no utensils, bro. Get out of here.
Call room service. Is there a kitchen here?
No. Hold on. I'm gonna see if the minibar has them.
So we got some.
I'm sorry.
Rarely grilled chicken, some za'atar fries.
Yeah, the fries are bomb. All right, I got it. Damn it.
What are we talking about in the chat? Someone said eat with your hands. Someone wants to fuck those fries up.
Do you have water?
Do I have water?
No.
Can you pass me my matcha? The Saratoga spring water. I'm dead.
Yeah.
What should I talk about right now? Ask me anything. People want to convince.
I hope they don't send just one pair.
You need water. Need more water than that.
Yeah, there's Saratoga right here.
Someone said, hi, Chi. It's Ruby from high school. Chairman Chi. Comrade Chi.
All right. Let's get back to the news for the time being. As I try to put a dent in this food while using my hands. We're talking about the nationwide anti-Trump protests.
Yeah.
And did you attend?
I did not attend.
Damn.
I'm so sorry. I had some work in the district.
That's cool. You're pro-Trump. You're pro-Andrew Cuomo. I'm learning a lot about you today.
Leftist for Cuomo. Leftist for Trump.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
It's already clipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. They're fucking up the country. Absolutely not endorsing Andrew Cuomo. Saying that on the record. I think someone's going to clip that if I ever run for Congress, right?
Anti-Italian.
Oh, yeah. You hear about my anti-Italian gate?
No, what happened?
I got put on the cover of the Daily News because I was in a city council hearing and I was questioning the parks commissioner about this contractor that the city works with called Dragonetti. And Dragonetti is being sued for various different types of fraud for the work that they do in the city. Mm-hmm. And I said to the commissioner that Dragonetti, like that name in and of itself, should have been a red flag for the city to contract with them. And I was just saying that because I thought it was like Dragon Eddie. I didn't know that it was, an Italian name. I also heard that like online they committed some type of fraud, and the Italian community came after me. They said that I was generalizing an Italian name and saying that because it sounded Italian that they were participating in fraud and things like that. And they put a picture of me looking chunky on the Daily News.
That's messed up.
Yeah. But I'm good with Italians now.
No. What you did is messed up.
What I did is messed up?
You were engaged since Luigi Mangione. I've
this is before Luigi.
Yeah, I've squashed my beef with the Italians since Luigi Mangione. So
I'm pro Italy. I'm pro Italians. Not Cuomo, but I apologize to the Italian community for that mistake. This is my formal apology to the
Wait, you
Italian. This is my formal apology to the Italian X community for that mistake. And I don't think they're doing contracts for the city anymore. Do you remember seeing that?
I do. Yeah.
It was a terrible picture. It was my first cover, though.
Hold up.
I'm literally eating with my hands. Fuck this. I can't.
Did you not find utensils? Oh, you called, right?
No.
Do they get it?
Can they pick it?
We get to decide who is in Congress.
Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell of California among those who rallied.
What's the plan?
We have to show fight. We have to fight on the inside as loudly as folks here are fighting on the outside. Otherwise, they'll lose hope.
Now, in the slashing of the federal workforce, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said some of his department's programs would soon be reinstated after they were cut by mistake. But Kennedy is walking back previous comments about how many jobs would return, leaving that question still unclear.
All right, Christian Cordero, thank you.
In the shadow of the Washington Monument, a symbol of America's democracy, they gathered in protest against the president.
Is this you? You're in this class?
Yeah, they, if you notice, look at the hands off.
Weren't they like hands off NATO and then nothing about Palestine?
They, I mean, that was like the organizers that put that forward.
Yeah.
And I think that was obviously very stupid. It was like dumb lib shit. But I don't think the people that participated in the hands off protests were like overall, they weren't there to fucking defend NATO. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's a weird sneak.
Maybe to like defend Ukraine. There was definitely like pro-Ukrainian sentiment, but that's understandable, and it's different than being like I love NATO.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the people that participated in these protests, like they also were like they were pro-Palestine. Like I don't think these guys were anti-Palestine by any measure. It's just that the organizers deliberately carved that out.
I also saw a tweet today that was like the messaging around hands off NATO. Like, isn't that what Trump's essentially doing, right? He's not even supporting any of NATO's efforts in, intervening with Ukraine. Shouldn't it be hands on NATO in that case?
More NATO.
More NATO?
Well, hands off in that let it keep doing its thing.
Yeah.
Keep NATOing.
Keep NATOing. But is he hands on with NATO right now?
No.
Kind of.
Well, I think he's hands on in terms of talking about taking away funding streams for all of these things, or like that the United States is not going to be participating.
Yeah, I think
don't take away my protection racket. I'll be so sad. Don't do it. I love NATO.
Do you actually?
Yeah, Assad's a big NATO.
No.
What?
He is a.
Sorry. Really?
Yeah.
Should I have known that before coming on here?
I am as anti-imperialist as you can get.
Me too.
Yeah. So, no, I'm not a fan of NATO.
His trade war was the final straw for these people. They say he's targeting working Americans, migrants, and community groups.
I find what is happening in our government so appalling and so immoral. I mean, that's really why I feel like I need to be here.
I finally reached the breaking
Did you see that
point.
white lady
I
the body of Trump yesterday? He had like this like fake body of she was like, I'm bringing Trump's ass out of the White House.
I love
like a wine mom just like dragging a fake body. No, not in a violent way.
No, I love like radical grandmas. Like I'm not even kidding. They're like, they got more smoke. It's like, it reminds me of the Tom Tillis voicemails.
Who's that?
That he like released, the North Carolina
yeah.
Republican who released the death threats that he was receiving. And it's like so clearly 75-year-old like veteran retirees that are like, I will find your house. This is my government name and address.
Yeah.
I will find where you live and kill you.
Yeah.
Kill you in the most violent ways possible.
Wasn't like, I saw a lady like wearing the defend, dispose, deny, defend, dispose hat.
Suppose.
Like the liberals are maybe turning a new leaf.
Yeah, she had a keffiyeh on too.
Yeah, she had a keffiyeh.
Anymore. Actually, I probably win the long distance award. I came here from Hawaii.
Look at our country. It's embarrassing, like genuinely embarrassing to be like an American right now.
There were protests in 1,000 cities across all 50 states.
We shall overcome.
A nationwide act of defiance that can't have gone unnoticed. But Donald Trump appeared focused on other things, reading headlines about China's tariffs on his way to the golf course. These people are pushing back against what they describe as the most brazen power grab in history. But President Trump's press secretary says anyone who thinks he's going to be deterred by protests like these is living under a rock.
Haven't you noticed he doesn't give a shit about anything? He's trying to kill his base. Why would he even care about people outside of his base? You know what I mean? The golfing thing is crazy. I said this the other day. I was like, he's moving like a man who knows there's no more elections.
Yeah. Was that you who tweeted that?
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, he seems like he's pretty comfortable. Did you see that? I don't know if I'm on to. Did you see that Simpsons video? Where
April 12th or something? I haven't seen the Simpsons video, but I've seen people reference it like that there will be a high profile political assassination on April 12th or something. Is that what it is? I don't know.
Yeah, that was going viral on TikTok, but I mean, like, I hope that doesn't happen, of course. Like, no, it's
AI. Someone's saying it's fake AI.
What, the video? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's AI. Just no political violence in this country, right?
There's already a lot of political violence, G.
There's a lot of political violence in this country. That's true. Like that lady that punched the interviewer in the video.
No, that's what's so fucking funny about like Trump doing this though, like disrupting his own base, because like the overwhelming amount of political violence comes from the right.
Yeah.
Both of the people that attempted to kill Donald Trump were either former Trump voters like Ryan Ruth, who's not dead, he's alive. I was about to say rest in power to my goat. That's the #1 NATO voter. We love him. He has a very important place in this community. And also the other fucking freak incel dude who was like a registered Republican.
Is that the one who missed?
Yeah, that's the one.
He's dead, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's very dead. Yeah. He's dead as fuck.
Did they kill him on site?
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah. You were there?
No. Oh. Yeah, I was the one. Yeah, I was in his ear. I was a scout sniper. Yeah, I was a scout sniper.
Hassan was on the grassy knoll, not hitting his shots again.
No.
Literally.
Yeah. I wasn't even talking about that. I mean, like, you know, like, yes, of course you're correct what you're saying. I also just mean like the political violence that is imposed upon people in this country.
Yeah. No, like there's structural violence. Yeah, structural violence. That's a concept.
100%.
Yeah. I just meant that like him pissing off his own base increases the likelihood that he might get harmed by his own base tenfold. Those are the guys who do the violence. Those are the people you're not supposed to piss off. He's pissing them off, I think.
Yeah.
Not the cultists. Like, there's a lot of loyalists who think like, nah, you don't understand, brother. It's gonna be great one day. He's just doing this right now, but it'll be so much better.
Do you think he's losing a lot of his base, or like a couple percentage points of people?
Wait a couple weeks, and we'll talk about that. Because right now it's like a little bit.
Did you see what Musk posted apparently yesterday
about the tariffs?
About the counter protest.
That they're paid?
No, about the pro Elon protest.
Is he calling for one, or was there?
No, like he shared a video. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe chat will have it.
Chat. What is Lolo making up?
I'm not making it up. Elon posted a video. Did he not yesterday?
Was it AI?
No, it was like a group of people that were in a pro.
What the hell is this guy making up again, chat?
Pro Elon protest. Come on, am I right?
Maybe you tweeted it.
Oh my god, am I wrong? Chat, where's the link?
It said Lolo flopping.
Another Lolo flop.
They're not even trying to do it.
Because it doesn't exist.
It does exist.
Sure. Oh, he's pulling it out.
Elon deletes his tweets a lot, though, right?
Hold on.
Elon Musk deletes his tweets.
Bro, there's 31,000 people in here, and not a single person posted a link.
Someone said this.
This question mark? Let's see. This better be real. I hope it's real for your sake, or else I'm gonna make fun of you.
I mean, if you took the people of Italy, and you teleported the people of Italy to say,
is this what you're talking about?
Some part of the United States.
Is this it?
No.
It would still be Italy, but if you teleported a bunch of people from some other part of the world to Italy, where they're telling people no longer because they've been teleported to America.
You gotta turn it off. I can't listen to him.
Yeah, I don't even. It's not even the video that we want to watch.
I just love the brilliant nature of Elon. He's so smart. Exposed anti-Elon protests are staged, paid, and busted and scripted.
June posted it on Blue Sky.
This has 11,000 likes. Let's look at these. I want to see.
Me and Gabe took about a 30-minute break. And we went back to the hotel to recharge. When we come back, and this place is dead. Take a look. Like, not a single protester in sight. And just 20 to 30 minutes ago, it was completely packed with protesters. So, one of two things. Either A,
because they marched somewhere else.
Moving?
because they walked somewhere else.
I mean, the protest.
No.
You fucking idiot.
How long were you guys there yesterday? The whole day?
No, we got paid and we left. What do you mean?
You got paid for your check.
As soon as it hit the bank, I was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Once that Soros check clears.
Bro, these, like, there is, oh my God. Every time I hear, like, a Republican commentator or, like, a wannabe influencer who wants to make a name for themselves talk about issues in, like, the dumbest ways possible, where it is not even a fucking Google search that can immediately solve this issue. It's just, like, thinking clearly for a brief moment, as Alex just mentioned. I realize that there are tens of thousands, not millions of people that think exactly like that and think that that's brilliant. So at a certain point, it's like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter. Who's doing critical thinking now? No one. It doesn't matter. Also, this guy looks like you.
they were paid and their
A little
time
bit.
was gone, you know, they're off work, they get to go.
I'm sorry.
Or B,
The pearl
they're
necklace,
literally
too.
just a cult and they all left at once. Like, it's one of the two options. You tell me.
Is it
So
pearl?
me and
That's kinda
Gabe
your
took
vibe,
about a
right?
30-minute...
I don't have a pearl necklace. Oh, they're getting bussed in by George Soros.
Yeah.
How'd you guys get there? The Soros bus? On George Soros' private jet. Yeah.
I said, Georgie, send me the jet. He said, say no more, fam.
Loomer Unleashed. God. That's
It's so cool that she has the presidency here.
That she has the what?
The presidency.
No, she has the president's heart.
True. Okay, never mind. When you put it like that, it's kind of nice.
Laura is a free spirit.
Have you ever met her? She been on the stream?
No, ew.
All right, come here.
You don't ever bring conservatives on the stream?
I do sometimes, but like very rarely.
Yeah.
I'd rather go meet them in like a third area. Like I don't want to fucking bring them to my
In your
house.
home, yeah.
But
Christian Walker.
Yeah, Christian Walker's the only one, and I turned him woke.
That's
like,
my Christian Walker's my tether.
I made him woke. A lot of people forget that he's
he
woke
loves
now.
you.
He's fucking woke now.
I got my birthday a couple years ago. Two friends independently got me cameos from Christian Walker. And he was like, I hope you don't run as a ghetto BLM leftist in your pursuit to be a city council member, but happy birthday.
I can't believe you disappointed him by doing just that.
Crazy.
That's really fucked up that you disappointed my boy Christian.
But I feel like he has a journey in him where he's going to come out as full leftist, or at least...
He kind of has been because of his dad, like how much of a deadbeat Herschel was.
Yeah.
That he's like, oh, everyone's defending my dad,
Yeah.
and he fucking
And
sucks.
he doesn't even make conservative content anymore, right? It's all like...
he just does like
leave
gay,
your man.
He just
leave
does
your
gay
man.
shit.
He actually I mean, he's inherently just like a very gay person, but like he hasn't been posting that much gay shit as much as he used to.
Oh,
he used
no,
he used to be like
full
backflipping. He used to be doing like
Yeah, no, I
flips
just
down the
meant that
beach.
he's like gay, and
He's gay as
most
hell.
of the content and most of the content his interests revolve around.
I think it's less gay content. It's more like girl.
I haven't really watched any of his latest stuff, but back in the day, he would go to Starbucks.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that's what I mean.
And beef with Kalani.
Yeah,
I miss him though.
You guys should collab.
Me and Christian Walker.
Yeah.
he watches.
He watches. I like asked him a question on like one of his spaces once. I think it was like during the Herschel when he was like talking shit about his dad. And I was like, I'm a big fan, blah 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 blah. And the New York Times like was writing it up as in me endorsing Christian Walker and his beliefs. But I just love his energy.
Well, you were, and I am too.
I think he's hilarious. Someone said my household at Quincy and Bed-Stuy.
So the reason for why they're saying this. Oh, also I got to show you guys the Loomer freak. So Laura Loomer obviously looks like Jigsaw, and it's like weird. It's really scary. That's why I said ew at first, because like I don't want to ever be around her because I feel like she
bites.
She's something that I would. She just looks like something that was concocted for a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like if you
Don't look me in the eyes.
Yeah.
You know I don't like it when you look back.
Wow.
She looks like she bites. She's
gross.
She's scary as fuck.
So, but Laura apparently is not the only one who's a freak in that crew.
I watched this.
This guy's name is Charles. First of all, down to the fucking name, I look, no, not on some ableism shit, but like I genuinely, when I first encountered this, I was like, oh, this is like a right-wing reactionary guy who's like doing a mockery. Like he's being ableist by like naming himself Charles R. Downs, like, haha, so funny. Like, real funny, dude. And then I watched the video, and he just looks so fucked up. Like, his face looks so fucked up.
Why are you making me watch
his mannerisms look so fucked up.
Did you see?
No, I didn't see
Have you heard him?
No.
Oh, this is a treat. No. You cannot watch this video and tell me that he is not, like, this is not like a joke. Like, this isn't satire. But apparently it's not. Here, let's take a look. The way he sounds, too. Like, he sounds like he's doing voice acting He sounds like he's doing voice acting for Big Mouth. Listen, look at this.
Well, the media's gonna act like there was some major anti-Trump protest in Washington, D.C. today. But the reality is, it's fake. They're all busting on buses. Like,
they're all busting on buses.
I think you guys are.
Someone said Chuck down.
I think
No,
you guys are
no, they need
we don't know what he
No,
had.
they need to send him to the leper colony, dude. What are you talking about? I'm being mean. No, it's mean to let him just. It's mean that
How
people.
many followers does this guy
It's
have?
mean that they're encouraging him to look like this in public.
Go to his. How many
It's
followers?
mean.
Did you do any
How many followers does
Did
he
you
have?
do any research? Is he actually like he's on a parody?
No,
account?
I didn't want to like follow through on this because it was just gonna hurt me more.
Someone said Chuck Downs.
Yeah.
Why he has like 18,000 likes on
66,000 followers.
I mean, yeah, this is a real guy, bro. This is a fucking no fake.
Can we go to another one of his videos?
like behind me. Stay tuned for Laura Loomer's exclusive footage.
Stay tuned.
Also fruity as hell.
It's just like genuinely, it feels like someone is doing a bit about the hashtag soy right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it turns out it's not a bit. This is a real guy.
Yeah.
That will show that a lot of the anti-Trump protesters in D.C. were literally busted. You know, it's really funny. We caught the left busting protesters into the Kamala Harris rally back in October. Then we caught the left busting protesters into Kamala Harris's Las Vegas rally, also last October. So I don't understand why the left thinks they can continue to bust people into Washington, D.C. and important events to astroturf a crowd and don't think Laura and I are going to catch them. We caught you.
Ah, he's scary.
He's
Laura's
like,
henchman.
He's kind of, he's like a henchman for Laura.
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
He's like a guy that she sends out.
Like Laura's Gollum.
Like Hades. No, it's like Hades and those two little guys from the Hercules.
Bro, you can't tell me this isn't. You
so long.
cannot tell me this is a like.
You know, he even kind of looks like the guy.
He looks like.
Pull it up.
He looks like a
chat. Pull it up.
He looks like he is a person who's a major fan of Rick and Morty and simultaneously a Rick and Morty character.
He fucking looks like Morty.
He's a loomer goon.
He looks like adult Morty.
He's a goon. Oh, jeez, Laura.
They're busting them in.
Wait, can you?
I want to see more of his videos.
Can you pull up the?
I think it should be illegal to be this repulsive. Like you should figure it out. I'm sorry.
I think he's got a nice smile.
Mr. Poopy Pants.
Can you pull up the fucking goons?
What?
Look up the
goons?
Hades goons.
I can't. I'm eating.
Watching it while you're eating.
I can only click. Yeah, I know. It's already difficult enough as it is.
No.
Found his selfie with Laura.
That's Laura and him.
Yeah. Once he trimmed that baby fat off, it just went in the opposite direction.
Oh. He is Morty. He literally is Morty.
Here he is in a suit.
God, the frown is insane.
Why does he always start with the millennial pause, but also it's
so long.
A massive anti-Trump, as you can see behind me, anti-Supreme Court protest. As you can see, the liberals are, I guess you could say, big fans of mine. Big fans.
No, they don't know who you are.
They're scared by you.
And also, you're a freak.
They're goons. He's a goon.
Okay, we got
No? Oh, they don't like it.
No.
Okay, never mind, chat. You don't think so?
He sounds like Mr. Poopy Butt from Rick and Morty. Or like any other like
Mr.
Rick
Poopy
and Morty
Butthole.
character. Mr. Poopy Butthole. Is that his name? Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Yeah.
Not Mr. Poopy Butt. He sounds like Mr. Poopy Butthole. What do you think? Jeez, Rick.
Oh, man. I don't have any other words. He's just so fucking repulsive.
No. We don't.
I can't call you shit.
I'm not ableist.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah, no, I
could have fooled me, chat.
I'm just laughing at that guy for his.
He's disappointed. That's why he hangs out with you. He's like, because you are ableist.
Me?
No, you're not ableist.
Against you?
No, he hangs
Against
out.
me, yeah, because I.
He hangs out with you because you are ableist, and now that you said you're not, he's sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have ADHD.
How's the baklava?
It's good.
Yeah.
You want some?
I want a little bite, maybe.
This food is amazing.
Is it?
Yeah. I wish I got the chicken kebab, more chicken kebab though.
Are we gonna go to?
Still refusing to be silenced.
I don't know.
We have to speak out, we have to act, we have to do something, because this is not America.
What do you say to people who would argue that the people have already spoken in that President Trump won the election?
Some people have spoken, and then some people have not, and those...
Did you find a Chinese person to accompany us?
Yeah,
Bro, I'm literally Chinese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my friend Ashley is coming.
I don't like that you're undermining his Chinese background.
I didn't.
Yes, you are.
I don't like that you're undermining
one whole
my
Chinese person.
I don't like that you're
Chad,
undermining.
we don't have one whole Chinese
You
person.
gotta stop Asian hate, bro.
Yeah.
Right here, right now.
I'm trying to.
I don't like that you're undermining my Chinese background either. It's fucked up.
Chad, it's not my fault. They were being ableist, both of them.
Not it.
You
Okay,
saw
that's crazy.
it.
I was not being ableist at all.
I will.
History will vindicate me, Chad.
We got 2 Chinese people here in Chinatown.
You guys are not 2 Chinese people.
We're like half a Chinese person, right? Or are you like a?
He is like, I can't even say it. I was gonna say something that I would get in trouble about.
What were you gonna say?
No, actually, I'm not gonna say it.
Look at him.
What
He's
were you
so
gonna say?
excited to be problematic.
No,
He's so excited to be problematic.
I can't say it. I can't say it.
You baby. Say it with your chest.
I won't say it.
He says way worse things offline, chat.
I believe it.
That's not true. Hassan says the F slur in private.
You
all the
do?
time.
I mean, the
all
F
the
slur
time,
is
Chad.
having like the same comeback
At
as
him.
at him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Everyone.
that's so. I don't know. I'm a little more lenient about that one.
No, I don't say it.
No, it's okay if you do. Say it on the stream right now.
I will
Say it
get
right
that.
now. Ready?
You have
3,
one permission.
2, 1, go.
Not today.
You said. I remember because you said.
There's things Stragget these days. You heard that slur?
Stragget?
Oh yeah, Stragget? Yes.
Yeah.
Can you say that?
It's my word.
You're allowed to use that one.
Yeah, that's our word. Oh.
I'm gonna have a post article tomorrow about me saying
That would be
Stragget.
really cool. Yeah.
Saying Stragget?
Just about Stragget. Yeah. Wait, let's go to. Wait, is this open? Let's go here.
Is that the arcade?
Bro, you really want to go to this fucking place.
Sounds loud.
Hundreds of thousands across the globe.
I
Bro,
can't,
it's crazy. Look at how white and old they are.
well, I
It's
can't get
wild.
over how white and old they were singing "We Shall Overcome."
Yeah, they're woke, dude.
Is that not? I don't know. Is that like that's kind of weird, right?
It is a strange juxtaposition. When you got like the most Barbara ass crowd singing "We Shall Overcome" is like,
and they're offbeat too. Wouldn't want it any other way.
yeah, they're allies.
Are taking part in demonstrations today against U.S. President Donald
this is in
Trump and
Germany.
his close ally Elon Musk.
Tesla, stop it!
Stop it!
Oh man.
Hi.
I will not be silent. I will not be silent.
It'd be funny if they did "We Shall Overcome."
I know.
Bunch of German boomers.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. I would love for them to do that. I'll give them permission to sing "We Shall Overcome" in Germany. The licensing credit.
What is this? Hands off. Slag Man says, hands off and 5501 are call out the bullshit to make left-leaning people feel good about themselves. The more productive and revolutionary routes are being overshadowed by them. And it is our goal to bring these protests towards us. These liberals will burn themselves out and lose hope if it continues like this, which is the Democratic plan. Yeah, I mean, I think they're getting ahead of it by this time instead of doing just like hate can't wait, or was it 8 can't wait?
The abolition thing.
Yeah. In an effort to like counter the Black Lives Matter demands that were being made from the streets, this time they're like, we'll do our own protest. But it's like indivisible. Like they're libbed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people that are throwing these protests are libbed up for sure. But I don't think necessarily the people that are participating are as libbed up. Like if they want motion, they want momentum, they'll glaze Cory Booker and stuff for doing anything. But having said that, I think that if you were to ask them individually, like what they think about Gaza or what they think about healthcare, like they probably have a lot more radical of a perspective than what is demonstrated by the Democratic Party. So I don't necessarily mind these sorts of initiatives. I'm not going to like cast it aside, especially when there's millions of people protesting. And I'm not going to hand it to the organizers and give them the victory here and act like those people were out on the streets exclusively for hands off NATO, you know?
Titled Hands Off, the movement aims to protest Trump and Musk's policies on government downsizing, the economy, human rights, and a host of other issues.
Getting people out there.
In Frankfurt, demonstrators marched through the city center with signs. And in Berlin, they gathered outside a Tesla showroom.
Grandmas are, well, not in Germany, but in America, grandmas are about to start torching Elbit Systems buildings down. You know, they're ready to go, dude. They're radicalized. I'm telling you. I feel it.
A group gathered for a demonstration also in downtown Lisbon.
You're here. Freedom is at stake in the United States and for the whole world with what Donald Trump is doing. And we need to stand up. We need to raise our voices. We need to be heard. We need to make sure that everybody knows that we will not accept this type of injustice.
In the USA into basically Germany of the 1930s. It's that simple. He's attacking the press. He's attacking universities. He's trying to tell people what they should teach their children in school.
Like, this is why I get so mad at the Dems. For the Democrats, by and large, in the National Party, are so worried about ever coming across like they're even remotely critical of Israel that they won't even fucking talk about the college campus shit. Like, that's insane, dude.
Yeah.
This is exactly the type of stuff that, like, squishy libs who are educated, have college educations, have, like, decent amount of wealth, like income, higher income overall. That is the type of shit that those squishy libs care about. That is literally the center, the epicenter of your base. If you can't even criticize Donald Trump actively taking over Columbia and creating the standards for academic receivership exactly in the same ways that the Nazis did, by the way. If you can't even fucking criticize that because you're so worried that it's going to come across like you're being critical of Israel or defending someone who is anti-Israel, you've lost it. You've lost the sauce. This is why they lost the fucking election. It's so frustrating. I'm so mad at Columbia, too, for capitulating, and Harvard as well.
Yeah.
School. He's taking...
What's your school? How do you feel about that?
You gonna burn your degree?
Columbia? No, I'll be serious. Yeah, it's awful. I mean, I don't know if you saw... I mean, you probably didn't see... the most recent... So now what they've been doing is, because all the presidents have been getting, like, kicked out of Columbia pretty much, or, like, they get removed from the board, there's a new interim president, and she sent, like, a long email being like, we're listening, we hear you, you know, that kind of thing. And the first half... I mean, it, like, hit my inbox because I'm an alum, and, like, the first half of it was just talking about, like, anti-Semitism. And to be perfectly clear, and, like, everybody knows, but just, like, to say, like, obviously...
There's a lot of anti-Semitism on Columbia campus coming from the student protest movement.
No, it's like, obviously...
Those bad Jews... Those bad Jews need to go away.
You're such an asshole.
That's a statement. I'm just... it's my lawyer. He told me this. Go ahead.
Such a piece of shit. I don't know. Like, what the...
Go on. I'm sorry.
No, it's just... It was... I mean, I think you've said something to this effect before, which is that Columbia basically, you know, they stripped them of $400 million in funding.
Yeah.
Threatens, right?
No, they basically froze it pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And they said, if you don't do A, B, C, D, you're not getting this funding back.
Yeah.
And that stuff included things like a federal receivership over the Middle Eastern Studies and, like, African Studies division, which means
Asian studies,
they would basically have someone coming in, like, literally 1984 style to, like, look over their curriculum, what they were teaching, everything like that.
The Nazis literally did this, by the way. That's not even like...
So they had that. They had, you know, them incorporating new definitions of anti-Semitism, which would include things like, you know, criticism of the state of Israel, blah, 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 like all of these, you know, hodgepodge of things. And what we've already seen, and I feel like I'm beating a dead horse because I'm sure you have said something to this effect, Hassan, but, like, we've already seen that they can do... Columbia University specifically, but all these universities, they can do exactly what this administration... They sent in SWAT raids, right? I mean, I was there. I was across the street when Hamilton Hall...
With the SRG.
Yes. I was across the street when that happened. I literally watched it happen. They had, like, a $4 million SWAT vehicle.
Ridiculous.
With probably, like, 40 or 50 guys fully decked out in, like, 60 pounds of gear, going into this place with, like, 19-year-old kids... who are armed with, like, nothing. I mean, like,
they even fired a shot.
Well,
they accidentally discharged their weapon.
Yeah. Eric Adams' donors were like calling him up and asking him like use that force.
It happened within 48 hours of them taking over that building, a single building on Columbia's campus. And I'll remind people that in 1968, when the students like took over the entire campus at Columbia University, they took over the fucking campus. Like they had complete control over it. And you know, I know I'm friendly with people who were involved in it. I've been friendly with people on the opposite side. Some of my friends who have gotten arrested for doing stuff, attacking Elbit Systems in New Hampshire, who have taken a more radical approach. Like, they all have different points of view on how this stuff works. But the fact is, they cracked down super, super hard. That still wasn't enough for this administration. Nothing is ever going to be enough for them until it's the point of, here is your curriculum. Here is what you teach to people. Here is what you think. Here's what's acceptable to say.
Because it's not done to eradicate a real problem. The problem itself is completely made up. Anti-Semitism, specifically coming from the anti-Israel protests, is an entirely made-up issue. It's not a real issue at all. And for that purpose, they've also tacked on a whole bunch of nonsensical shit, like, oh, they're stopping Jews from going to class, like whatever kind of ridiculous bullshit they were lying about. And that's it. So if there's no real problem there and you just made up that problem, it's the same parallel with immigration. If an undocumented migrant does a heinous crime on U.S. soil, they get prosecuted. Under the Biden administration, under every administration, they get prosecuted, they either get thrown in jail or they get deported. But these guys make it seem like they don't get prosecuted at all and they just roam the streets freely after doing like a rape or something. And when and the reason why they do that, the reason why they make this problem up is because they want to do mass deportations. And the same thing goes for eradicating the First Amendment and you know, stopping people from ever saying anything that's remotely critical of not just Israel, but I think the Trump administration as well. They've already denied a French researcher entry into the country because they searched through his phone. And he was talking shit about Trump, like revoking academic grants, and that was enough for them to be like, no, this is dangerous. That's unacceptable.
They are searching people's phones like often now as you enter the country, even if you're not a green card holder or, you know, even if you're just a U.S. citizen, they're looking through people's phones. I mean, this is absolutely just a systems test, right? If he could do this to Columbia, he can do it to any university in the country, right? Even like, you know, Ivy League, whatever. If he's putting Columbia in their place, like what is, you know, a state school or a city school, you know, how are they going to react when the federal administration comes down on them?
I think what we need to do is we need to start taxing Columbia's land.
Oh, absolutely. 300,000%.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So we have you on that?
No, 100%. Yeah. I mean, it'll defund Columbia even more, even though I guess they're getting their $400 million back.
Well, they have a multi-billion-dollar endowment.
And they have alums that are going to continue supporting them, you know, with money. And I'm sure some of those alums are supportive of what's happening with what Donald Trump is doing to Columbia. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, probably threatening themselves.
No, it was literally, that was the reason why they were down with sending the counterterrorism unit into campus. Is because of the group chat.
Yeah, they were telling Eric Adams to do that.
That's so insane, by the way. That is like literally fucking David Duke shit.
The fact that we like fucking know that too, and like that hasn't become a bigger deal than what it already is.
Like what?
Where's your key?
It's over there. It's like that fat circular thing. It has like.
Where are you going?
I'll be back.
I think he's
getting his friend.
He didn't like that we were not Chinese
enough. Sorry, we're not Chinese enough for you.
No, it's like kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
He's undermining both of our Chinese status.
Yeah, it's all good. It happens all the time.
Yeah, he's like, this is what a real Chinese looks like. That's what he's going to do.
They don't even keep me involved in the AAPI caucus in the city council, so I'm used to it. But yeah, it's a systems test, you know? He's going to make a example out of Columbia and just do it
do the Harvard
across the country. No, he did it to Harvard already?
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like...
He said he was looking at the grants for Harvard, and Harvard quietly went to the administration and fired their Middle Eastern Studies dean.
It's ridiculous.
This Turkish dude is like a very famous academic. And he wasn't even there. He wasn't even at Harvard. He was on leave.
I didn't know
for the year, and they fucking fired him.
Is he threatening funding from Harvard as well, or is it okay?
He said we were going to look into Harvard. Harvard literally went to the president the next day,
and gave in.
Yeah,
Anyways, do you think
what you're talking about is happening in every college campus already?
Do you think Columbia and Harvard or any school that capitulates to the president is going to lose enrollment or folks who want to go to those schools?
No.
Or do you think they're going to have no problem with that?
No,
yeah,
because a lot of people want to go to these schools anyway,
Yeah.
so they're like, oh, great, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I get to be a part of this prestigious institution.
Yeah.
What will, however, happen, I think, slowly but surely, is the brain drain.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a foreign student and you're coming to the United States of
Right.
America, and the government is actively threatening you and saying that, like, we will send you to the El Salvador slave labor camp, then fuck no.
Yeah.
Why would you ever come here?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Jeez.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I saw like an article yesterday that was like these schools are tainting their legacies and it's going to affect enrollment, but affect enrollment. I don't believe that's going to happen. But maybe when Trump is out of office, if that day comes and we get some more Democratic leadership in this country, maybe they'll look like asses. And
no, don't worry.
things
Columbia will put another placard up like they did with the '68 protesters.
Yeah.
And their mistreatment.
And then make it a staple of who they are. Like we allow students to speak up for themselves and to make changes across the world and country. But yeah, it's so fucked. It's fucked to like when like the Mahmoud Khalil stuff was happening. Like so many elected officials in New York City, in New York, were just quiet about the entire thing. You know what I mean? Not only are we seeing this like infringement come on our First Amendment rights from the right, but we have New York Democrats that are too chicken shit to speak up about this because they think that it will piss off, the pro-Israel group of voters in the city.
But they're not like they have no motion. They don't have the numbers.
Yeah.
They don't have the moral authority
Yeah.
in this conversation.
Yeah.
They have the opposite of the moral authority.
I mean, I don't even think the governor of New York like put out a statement. I think she like spoke about it briefly at.
No, it's crazy. Dude, Cory Booker, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Cory Booker. Like, are you kidding me?
the week right after.
Are you fucking kidding me? You did 25 hours
Yeah.
and you didn't mention that, like, they're black bagging students?
Well, not only did he not mention it, the next week he like voted for the arms funding.
Yeah,
so
and then
like,
he was like, yeah, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah. I was like waiting to see what the reaction of all of that would be. People were like, he broke a record.
No, nobody
Like,
gave a
that's-
fuck because Trump also immediately dominated the news cycle because like his filibuster against no bill ended and Trump imploded the global economy.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess it's bad for Trump anyway.
You want to know some irony? Barnard's Dining Hall has a whole ass mural in it about activism and protest and its history of activism. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're talking about.
So unsurprising. That's every fucking liberal institution in this
Columbia
country.
loves-
That's like giving land acknowledgments and then like doing what they're doing.
Columbia loves talking about how fucking woke they are.
I'm that Chinese friend.
No.
It's nice to meet you.
I'm sorry that you being introduced to us
It's
under
so
such
wild that he's
horrible circumstances.
Hey, Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
I'm Ashley.
Ashley?
Yeah.
When did you find out that Alex was a race realist?
I'm not. Recently, actually.
Like, was this the moment?
Yeah.
Sorry that you're being tokenized.
I'm a really big fan.
Oh my God.
Of your work.
Thank you. I
You're
appreciate
the reason
that.
why I'm not gonna have to pay a broker's fee in when
In
I
June,
move.
yeah, I hope
in
you-
the summer. So
yeah.
I'm really big fan of the work that you do.
Thank you very much. I
you for
appreciate
And the
that.
public bathroom thing.
Yeah.
Did you know he's also Chinese?
Really?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, 1/4.
I'm a quarter Chinese.
That's actually really
I'm
great.
so serious. Like,
I
why are
know.
you laughing over
Why
here?
Why are you laughing?
You
So,
speak Chinese like a joke?
It's not.
Yeah, it's
Really?
a lot going on today. I have enough on my plate, Alex.
Well,
Are you trying to
No, that's not me.
where's Sigma Grice
Can I
at?
help you?
Like,
Oh yeah.
No,
I bet
had
their
to-
sales like skyrocketed after
Hi,
that.
chat. I'm you sometimes, so it's good to be on this end. Yeah. Wow.
Ashley is an actress.
I am. Yeah, I'm an actress, and now I live here.
Amazing.
In LA.
How long
Cool.
have you lived here for?
About a year now.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty.
Where are you
new.
from originally?
LA. Yeah. Do you miss it?
Do I miss LA?
The sunny
Not
weather.
yet. LA's not really that sunny right now.
Really?
This time of the year anyway. But I like New York. I love New York. New York's great.
I love New York.
Yeah, come back. We'll lift.
I don't love New York that
We'll
much.
lift with Zoran.
I don't love New York that much. Does Zoran lift? A question that we will be asking him
You should
today.
ask him that.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer.
Because he
to
looks
that.
kind of frail, I'm not gonna lie. He needs to get more swole.
You know, Eric Adams was jacked, and look what happened when he was our mayor. So
yeah, that's why I
jacked
love
mayor.
Eric. That's why he's Turkish and he's jacked. That's why I love him. What do you think?
Short king, but jacked.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
The short ones are always jacked.
Yeah, that's so OP.
Yeah,
like being short is
that ableist?
What?
That's not ableist.
No, making fun of short people.
I'm like 5'2".
I don't like
how. Wait, if you can't make fun of. You can't make fun of anything.
I wanted to call Mike Lawler like a tiny
manlet?
Man the other day on the internet,
manlet?
but my team said I couldn't make fun of short people, so I called him a fruitcake instead. Which
Wait, what? Isn't that homophobic?
Pull up. Can I show you the picture that I was referencing of him looking like a fruitcake?
Like a manlet?
Is that what's that?
That's what I say, manlet.
That's what he calls me in private.
And in public.
That goes by so fast.
I know.
It's crazy. It's like real
But they're
time.
actually like I've been in this chat before.
It's crazy to think that you have a team of people that are telling you like don't be ableist.
Don't be ableist about short people, but I can.
I guess I do too.
But I guess like I could do that because I'm gay. So. Can someone pull up that picture that I tweeted of Mike Lawler calling him a fruitcake with him in blackface?
Wait, he did blackface?
Yeah, as Michael Jackson.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
He looks gay as hell, and he's being racist.
Wait, hold on.
Is he a manlet? Is he short?
Yeah, look up Mike Lawler height. He's like 5'6".
We all know that Mike isn't loud enough.
He's tiny as hell, and he does blackface.
Wait, we're gonna defund the New York NYPD. I don't speak pig. He wrote on Instagram 8 days before his Juneteenth announcement.
He's talking about me.
That's awesome.
But I literally don't speak pig. Like I don't. I don't.
I love that you're worried about fucking calling him a manlet, and instead called him a fruitcake.
I can do that.
Which is like universally worse, I think.
Is
overall.
it? You know, only one person got mad at me for that. Gay, of course.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's in the comments, I think.
Disappointed.
Casual homophobia from a gay.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Olivia Giuliana co-signed. Okay, you gotta reconsider. You gotta reconsider. He was wrong.
Who, me?
Yeah, you should have said manlet instead.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'll use manlet next time.
Cooked your ass.
I thought fruitcake was like Christmas cake people make or something. Yes, but it also it's like an old term for gay.
But look at him though.
It's like
that's gay as hell, and he's being racist. You can call him anything.
Yeah, I don't care. You can call him whatever the fuck you want. I'm saying that wasn't hard enough. You didn't go hard enough.
Really?
You should have called him the F slur.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
oh my god,
I am
that'd be
frequently
so
asking
sick.
my comms director if I'm able to do that. But like pushing the mantle where like a person like me will be able to say that.
Drop the F slur against a congressperson. That would be sick.
And then you should run for Congress.
No, you know, I like when I first ran for office, I was running against like 4 straight people, and they found like my old tweets online, and I was saying the F slur like a lot. And then they all teamed up and started calling me this homophobia. They were saying like we don't need a leader. They were like all ganging up on me, my opponents, saying that like this homophobia just should not exist in our district. And I'm like the only gay person running in the district. Saying
yeah, you were like I'm running to make homophobia more. I'm running to legalize homophobia.
Literally, as in I'm doing it in real time.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Are we all gay?
Little gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
work.
Yeah.
What do you think about fruitcake?
I feel attacked. I feel under attack. This is how everyday Americans feel.
Or Straggit.
Yeah.
Straggit.
The Straggit stream.
All right, I gotta try this baklava too.
Yeah.
Which one do you want? Do you want one?
I had one already.
Okay.
Alex had 3.
Diet Coke for breakfast.
Yeah. Straggit. Yeah, they're calling you a Straggit. I love it. This is the Straggit stream.
Pretty good.
It is pretty good, right?
Oh, I know. It was. Yeah, I didn't purchase it. My boyfriend stole it from work and then brought it to me.
Wait, what?
Diet Coke.
Oh, work. We love a Diet Coke.
Girl, the boycott. I know.
Girl, the
I know.
You're good.
Coca-Cola's boycott on the boycott list?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good thing I haven't had a Diet Coke or a Coca-Cola in a very long time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Real work.
All right.
Arcade.
Bro, we're not even gonna fucking. We're gonna be late if we go to the arcade. I think.
I can carry this setup. I'm like.
Where's Marge?
It weighs as much as me.
Why would I? It's really heavy.
Your camera work is really bad.
What the hell?
Oh my god! Everyone.
Yesterday.
I was only on it for like 30 seconds.
And it was shaky the whole time.
What happened?
They always complain every time I have the camera. Everybody in the
Really?
chat.
Are you? You are like you shake sometimes.
Yeah, I have the shakes.
Bro, they're cooking you.
Who? Me?
No.
It's my
Alex.
alcoholism.
Okay. It's because of your what?
Nothing.
Oh.
Just kidding. Alcoholism.
Yeah.
Do you have that?
No.
It's okay if you do it though. We're supportive of your journey.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one who cooks you.
Everybody is mean to me all the time.
It's not mean.
I'm a really big fan of your Substack.
Look at that. We.
Yeah.
There you
so
go.
Let's go.
Or do you pay for your subscription?
There's no way you pay for a sub. Do you pay for a sub?
If you do, you pay his rent.
No.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's $5 a month.
Yeah,
right?
that's why I don't remember, because I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I just like do it, and then I'm like, oh yeah. That's
How do we fully bring outdoor dining back to the current licenses? Seems to be difficult barriers to entry for restaurants.
Yeah, so it was.
This is the fucking place for that.
I know.
Right?
We were just talking about because we're in. I can't.
No, you can
we're in
say it.
Times Square. Yeah. So there was a bill that was introduced a couple years ago where me and some other council members were put between a rock and a hard place, where they were trying to legalize outdoor dining, but a lot of the language that they were including in the bill, made it very restrictive for restaurants to do outdoor dining. When outdoor dining first came to the scene, it wasn't legal, right? Like restaurants were just
COVID, right?
It was during COVID, and restaurants were just being creative, and it really created some beautiful outdoor dining structures, but there was no law that existed that legalized them. So when some council members were introducing this bill to try to legalize it, they were putting these different guidelines in that made it more difficult to do outdoor dining. But for me as a council member who's like supportive of outdoor dining, it was either vote for this bill that would create the structure, or outdoor dining will be banned altogether. So that's all in all to say that, I'm hoping that with other council members, what happened?
Oh, that's your.
Don't stop it. This is really embarrassing. Please don't.
57-month subscriber? You're a 57-month subscriber? That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hide it. Chat, please don't. Oh my god.
Yeah. Alex, that's messed up, dude. Why'd you do that to her?
You exposing me. This is
That's
so
like something you revealed to me later in private.
It's
Wait, that's a good thing though, aren't you? Like, you want people who do that, right?
Yeah, no, I don't care.
I'm like not parasocial with it, even though I'm like Hassan probably makes up 50% of my YouTube For You videos.
Yeah. I mean, I only watch the stream when I'm watching, I watch the stream when I watch the debates, and, it's the best commentary out there.
I draw my best.
We're working on, hopefully some other council members and myself are working on a better bill that will establish outdoor dining. I think a lot of the places that do it well should have an easier time doing outdoor dining, but there was also a lot of folks who just had no one in their structures, and a lot of people who care about parking were mad. But there is a cohort of council members that care about it. We're going to bring it back. I promise I'm supportive of it. What do you want me to say about it?
What do you think about it so far? What have been the biggest critics? Because I know that there's a lot of people who are very mad.
Yeah.
It seems like it's been a fairly decent success.
Yeah, congestion pricing has actually been great, right? And I do have a constituency that, drives a lot, and a lot of them are against it. But there's been data that has been proving that it's lowered congestion in New York City. Businesses are still seeing some support. I think businesses are seeing even more support now that there's more pedestrians in the congestion relief zone. I think it's a net positive. We need that money for the MTA, even though MTA still needs an audit and needs to figure out the bullshit that they're dealing with. But congestion pricing is net positive.
I think it's all going to the cops. That's what
you hope it's all going to the cops. Yeah, I
think we need more law enforcement.
We need more law enforcement, and we especially need more of them on the subways playing Candy Crush. And
that's what I was doing.
I think that with congestion pricing, they'll be able to pay for more lives on Candy Crush. So that when they fuck up, exactly, or the lollipop explosion. That's what congestion pricing is going towards. Cops who need to pay for Candy Crush Premium.
So this is an interesting question, because on the one hand, you said, you're in favor of it, or you recognize the success, but on the other hand, you have constituents that are against it because they also drive.
Yeah.
What do you do in that situation? Do you maintain your position? Do you try to talk to your constituents about why this is good? Or do you just kind of say, all right, well, this is something that my constituents want. I'm a public servant. I represent their interests. So even if I don't agree with it, I have to take a different position.
Yeah. So, as a city council member, we didn't have jurisdiction over congestion pricing passing, right? That was on the state level, the state legislator, and then signed into law by the governor. What I found my strategy to be is to speak to people through my social media, through short form media, and educate them about congestion pricing, what the effects of it are, how it will impact them. And, people do listen to me. All of my constituents do listen to me, I believe, even those that hate it and love to drive. And I think I've been giving it to them in a digestible manner that helps them understand that it's a net positive. I think it'll take more time. I think
it's good for elected representatives to take stances, even if they think their constituents might not immediately be in favor of it.
Absolutely.
As long as there's there's some kind of logic behind that reasoning, and not just getting money from interest groups.
No, absolutely. I mean, that's what taking leadership is, right? People elected me and some other elected officials to be their leaders. I think half of the job of being an elected official is to take leadership and do what's right, even if people tell you that it's wrong. And the other half is like communicating your decision and why you believe it's a good decision, and explaining it to people about why it's a positive thing. So, there's still some more work that I have to do in educating people about the benefits of congestion pricing, as all elected officials need to do, but it's been pretty good for our city.
What is this?
Be safe.
Zoran's public safety plan.
Oh, let's take a look at some of Zoran's statements.
Every New Yorker deserves to be safe, and today I'm announcing a plan to deliver exactly that. Public safety.
I am going to make it so that there's I'm gonna go to everyone's house and steal their shit individually.
Safety is created by stable homes.
Yeah, as an editor for the New York Post, this is how I read everything that he's saying. In my mind, it seems. Where did Alex go? Lolo.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah. Phone call.
Oh, okay. I thought as soon as he started talking about public safety, you left.
He had to get away.
Homes, good-paying work, and well-resourced neighborhoods. Addressing these issues are at the core of our campaign. But we must also aggressively pursue evidence-based strategies that prevent violence and crime before they occur. I will create a Department of Community Safety, the DCS. This new agency will coordinate a whole-of-government approach to protect New Yorkers like never before. We will invest in citywide mental health outreach and crisis response, expand gun violence prevention programs, address hate, and tackle homelessness. The DCS will make public transit safer, placing dedicated outreach workers in our subway stations, transforming vacant commercial units to provide medical services.
The Guardian Angels.
Curtis Sliwa?
Yeah.
Curtis Sliwa is the commissioner of this agency already.
Yeah.
Sorry, pal.
He keeps the city, he keeps the station so safe by just like randomly doing hate crimes.
Curtis Sliwa?
Sometimes on camera.
Yeah.
On Fox News.
He's insane.
Do you not know what I'm talking about?
No,
Curtis
I don't know
Sliwa?
what you're talking
I think
Curtis
I saw him.
Silva was getting interviewed.
He like punched someone
on
right?
Fox News.
Yeah.
And his goons saw a random brown dude walking by and started beating on him.
Yeah.
On Fox News in the middle of a fucking interview.
Yeah.
It's one of the most psychotic things I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, have you heard about like the conundrum that might happen in November with the mayoral race? So Curtis Sliwa, who's obviously running as a Republican, Eric Adams, who's running as an independent. I know there's another guy who's running as an independent. Depending on however this June primary goes, it might be Zoran, Cuomo, Brad's running as well, but Cuomo's really pulled ahead in the polls. If Cuomo wins and the Working Families Party decides to run a candidate for the general election, we may have like 5 people on the ballot in November, which could potentially heighten the chance of Curtis Sliwa mayorship. Can you imagine that?
So?
And then we'll get this. And then we'll get this agency. God forbid that happens. Hopefully the results in
He's gonna
June
make
are
it
different.
illegal to not be Italian. You're fucked.
I'm so fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. Your Italiophobia is gonna come back and bite you in the ass.
Yeah. They're
You're
gonna
double fuck. You're black and he's very racist.
They're gonna tar and feather me on Arthur Avenue in the Bronx. So God forbid that happens. He's like I can't believe the Republicans in New York keep on running Curtis Sliwa because he's like such a freak. And if they ran someone who was like a bit more, common sense, whatever, I'm sure they would have maybe even more of a chance. But
they like the beret.
he has like 60 cats in his apartment.
Wait, he's like a crazy
He's
cat
a crazy
guy?
cat man. He has like 60 cats. Maybe like.
Oh no! Don't say that in this community. They're gonna fucking vote for him.
Wait, I know. I love cats. I love cats.
You don't know how crazy.
You got.
You know
I
how
know.
crazy cat people get.
I love cats, but 60 cats in your New York City apartment? It smells like shit in there. It smells like cat shit in there.
Apartment.
Come on, that's crazy. It smells like shit in there. Why are we defending 6 cats? That's bad for the cats.
That's actually
That's anti-cat.
That's a really good counter to Curtis Silva. It's like you probably smell like cat shit all the time.
He smells like cat shit, cat piss, and that's why he's in the subway assaulting people all the time because it smells better over there.
The cat lady left.
Yeah.
They can't stand.
No, I love cats.
They can't stand.
I grew up with a cat.
Oh, you got a cat friend?
Yeah, I know.
I grew up with a cat.
Someone with a cat.
I
Here
have
now.
a cat.
You have a cat.
My other cat died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hassan killed it.
Yeah. That's what I did.
That's sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's like.
You should get one of Curtis Lewa's cats if you want another one.
He's not giving up. He's not giving up any of them. I promise you.
It's actually Mookie's birthday next week. My cat.
Birthday, Mookie.
Oh, happy
He's
birthday
20
to your
years old.
cat.
Holy shit.
What did you get him, Hassan?
What? Nothing. Knuckle
What did you
sandwich. That's what I got him. Yeah.
I'm dead. Yeah, but hopefully Curtis Lewa does not win as mayor in November, and hopefully Cuomo doesn't win in June. And that's not anti-Italian hate against Cuomo. Cuomo's
It does
just
seem
a
like
fucking
both.
freak.
It seems like both of the characters you don't want winning are Italian.
That's crazy.
Is
No,
Cur-
that's
actually,
a coincidence, though.
Is Silva Italian?
I have Italian friends.
Oh.
So there's no way I can be
You know
anti-Italian.
what's crazy? When we were
And-
coming up here in the elevator,
Yeah.
you know what she said to me?
Oh,
He's like,
please
you
don't.
can't.
Please don't expose me like this.
No,
No.
she.
Oh, okay. I was
Wait,
like,
what did
I'll
she
say what you
say?
said.
Wait, I
I'll say
know.
what you said next. But
Oh.
she said, "Oh, you can't throw a dead cat in a city without hitting a goddamn Italian."
I
That's
did
what
not.
she
I did
said.
not say that at
That's what
all.
I
That's so
That's
funny.
crazy, and
That's
you're
like-
saying that on record.
That's like 1940s
That's
racism.
so insane. Italians are white
I'm
again.
sorry, I'm
it's
sorry.
okay.
You didn't say that.
No, I did not say that.
I'm
And
sorry.
if Lolo was applying for a job, remember that he said that on his stream.
I was joking.
Yeah.
Posted on his LinkedIn. I don't know how does that
They
work.
already
like that?
doxed me on my
Yeah,
They
were-
did?
Well,
Yeah.
the right wing people did.
Yeah, now it's
What
time
if
for
they
a
get doxed
left-wing
on
dog.
LinkedIn?
Well, because okay,
Did they just
so I'm
send
not
you
gonna because they somehow have not.
You got a
figured
job?
Okay, don't antagonize.
I didn't know you were like.
Don't antagonize.
I've been working since December. I've been working for months.
Working.
For a month.
Sure.
Recording TikToks that work? Or?
Whoa.
Keep going.
What's going on here? I thought we're all on
No,
the
we're all
same
good.
team.
We're all good. We're all good. We're all good. Congratulations, though. That's great.
I work I work on this thing called the LGBTQ plus advocacy project.
Oh God.
What do you mean, oh God?
I'm kidding. That's great. That's awesome.
Oh, more gay shit.
More gay
Lions
shit.
are gay.
You and Mike Lawler. You and Mike Lawler.
Anyway, they
No, I
found
love
out-
that. That's great.
Originally on my LinkedIn, I had like my description of my job, and it included like working with trans people.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, he's a trans lawyer. That's because one of my posts went viral.
Uh-huh.
And they
He's
didn't
a
mean that I was.
trans lawyer.
They weren't transvestigating
Yeah.
me, but they were like, he is a trans lawyer.
Oh, like you
Like he's a
represent
lawyer for trans, big trans.
Yeah, big
trans,
trans.
okay.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm a
big
lawyer
trans.
for-
You're in the
George
pocket.
Soros funded.
Soros funded trans lawyer.
Yeah, you're in the pocket of big trans. Okay, what did she
Yeah.
say on the way up?
I had a minor, like, I just, like, we were, like, going up, and I was just...
She was very nervous to meet you.
I wasn't nervous
She
to
was
meet you.
incredibly
I think I was nervous to be on this end of it and to know that I was going to get exposed at some point for being a 50
How many people are watching?
subscriber.
There's
Where do you see that?
32,300
Wow.
right there.
It's more views than CNN these days,
That
right?
is more views than CNN.
Yeah. What time is it right now?
Yeah, when are you guys going to Queens?
Because March has not responded to me, I don't think. Or
Guess
maybe
I'm
he
gonna get
did,
to
but...
do
Oh, he did respond.
Are you filming
No,
today?
I'm kidding.
He's
I'm
ready
not
whenever.
kidding. I can't.
We should get there right on time. And it's gonna...
Yeah, he's a busy man.
Like, don't say where we're going, or do you even know where we're going?
I think so.
With Zoran?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the other place that you want to go to near it?
The arcade that he wants to go to?
It's
No.
near here.
Oh, wait. I thought there was also a... Is there no Chinatown in Queens? I thought there was a
There is
Chinatown.
Flushing.
Yeah.
There's a Chinatown.
That's
like
the one I was
everywhere.
talking about. Oh, you wanted to go to the Chinatown here?
Yeah, I think that's what you're talking
No,
about.
I wanted to go to the
real
the
one.
Chinatown in near
Flushing.
Queens in Flushing, I
Okay.
guess.
Nice. The real one. Yeah, Flushing.
Okay. What did I do wrong?
Nothing. No, you're good.
Not Chinese.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you
Chinese
did wrong. You're not
century.
Chinese.
Yeah.
I know we are in the Chinese
I
century.
mean, like, we're Chinese.
We are. Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Is that close? Is that one close to the place or no?
What?
Is that Chinatown closer to the place that our final destination?
Yes.
It is.
It is. Okay.
Flushing's close to Astoria? Sorry.
Those are two
neighborhoods,
guys.
Bro. It's okay. They're two neighborhoods.
Yeah. If that's closer from where we are, I suspect it is.
Yeah.
Like, is it how many? Then we can go there first, and then go to our final destination. That's what I was saying.
You have some hard questions for Zoran?
No.
We are a 10-minute walk from the place that I was thinking of.
Yeah, I wasn't.
We've moved past it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go there anyway. I thought we were on the same page.
We're never on the same page.
Yeah.
We've never been on the same page.
We have not. I am against ableism and homophobia, and you do it all the time.
Yeah, and Italian.
And Italiaphobia.
Like what you just said was crazy just now with the cats.
Yeah.
And it's anti-cat, too.
Oh, shit.
I'm never in New York hotels, so it's always fun to like see what they look like.
Yeah, no, it's a nice view out here.
Yeah.
This is a fancy hotel. We're in a fancy hotel.
Astoria to Flushing by car is like 30 minutes and 40 minutes during rush hour? Okay, we're not doing that either then.
Have you been to Flushing before?
No, I don't think so.
Flushing's great. Jackson Heights is great too. Went to like a Malaysian food spot yesterday called Taste Good.
Did it?
I didn't like it. But like, I think I maybe like ordered wrong maybe.
Okay.
And like, I love that type of food.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like, go to Taste Good, and maybe like I didn't get like the beef rendang and stuff. I got like the Hainanese chicken.
Wait, that's usually good.
No, it
like
usually isn't. No,
the
the chicken rice. Yeah, of course. It was not. It wasn't giving. Maybe I went on an off day.
Maybe the kitchen had an off day.
Bro, it's 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes from Flushing to Astoria, and it's 20 minutes from here, like almost 30 minutes from here to. Yeah. So we'll just head out there at
the time.
Yeah, I guess we'll head out there in half an hour.
You're really bad at like
Hassan, please, you won't have time.
Where are you going?
No, we're not gonna go.
Oh, we're not going?
Yeah, because it's gonna be half an hour to get there, and then we'll only have half an hour there, and then we'll have to move to the other location.
What's that?
You know what I mean?
No, a couple of days ago, there was a place in Bushwick called General Irving that recently closed. It was funded by like people who fought in the IOF for like 17 years, and they recently closed due to community boycott.
Yeah.
And I forgot someone gave me one of these.
Let me see.
In Spanish, but I can't. I didn't get an English one.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Anti-Semitism is alive and well in New York. You see this?
Is that anti-Semitism?
Unacceptable.
You're like, let me.
Flushing can be asked about the 7 train. We're not getting on any trains.
Oh, come on.
No,
why? You don't like working class New Yorkers?
No, I love public transit. It's just we're not gonna be able to stream if we go into.
It's above ground, right? Go out to Queens.
We're not nice, Steve.
Yeah, I guess you won't be able to stream. But that's crazy. You're scared of working class people?
There's an above train that we can take to.
I think it's underground for a little bit, and then it goes above ground.
The problem
is the bus would be crazy.
When I'm in Japan, I'm only doing trains.
Yeah.
But you have full service when you're down there.
Yeah. With congestion pricing, we might get Wi-Fi in our trains, so you can stream on the subway.
Yeah. I refuse to go on the glorious DC Metro and the New York subway. Shaking my head.
I know, that's crazy. And he's talking up congestion pricing, but he won't even pay the MTA $2.90.
There's also another problem with that as well, where when I do IRL streams in New York or in DC, we get fucking congestion
with people.
Yeah. So that half these people that want me to go on the subway are because they want to fucking snipe me.
Yeah.
They want to stream snipe. They're like, hey, come on.
You should wear one of those those masks that look like faces.
I mean, it won't change anything. They'll know where my location is.
I guess because you're streaming.
Yeah.
No, I'm security.
But
Ashley will protect
I'm
us.
ready. I can do it.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Cool. I'm not coming with you guys to Queens though.
Lolo, I was 5 feet away from you at the protest in DC yesterday and just wanted to tell you you're so handsome. I love your Instagram stories. Give me life.
Sick. Thank you.
Oh, I love that one.
That's a good one.
Everybody likes the kissing Shrek. Everyone acts like they don't.
Oh, here's
New video tonight.
Curtis
Curtis
Silwa.
Sliwa was hit by a taxi cab.
Just Sliwa.
Wait, he was hit by a
last
cab?
week. You can see him getting hit, then falling to the ground near Radio City Music Hall. He gets
When
up.
did this come
Baltimore Republican New York City mayoral
3 years ago.
candidate was as he was crossing the street. He went to the hospital hours
Well,
later.
he's okay, so we can laugh, right?
Why do we fall, Curtis?
He's Mr. Slip and Fall. He knew the cab was coming.
It's because he has cat shit in his apartment.
In his eyes.
What is it? Like the fumes of cat shit made it hard for him to pay attention when he was crossing the fucking street.
Go back.
I'm not gonna lie, I am shocked that he has 60 cats. Like, I
Radio
feel
City
like that's
Music Hall. He
insane.
gets up, walks off. The former Republican New York City mayoral candidate was running between cars
You gotta
and
do the
traffic
Sonic
as he
coins.
was crossing the street.
Probably might be a Mets towards Flushing because the Mets game ended like 30 minutes ago. Oh,
That's wild that he's anti-congestion pricing, but congestion pricing would have saved him from that hit. Yeah.
wait, it's not 60, it's 15.
Okay. I said I was being dramatic. I said I was being dramatic.
I genuinely believe that he had 60.
15's is still a shit ton. You know,
No,
it
that's
still
a
smells
lot
like
of
cat
cats.
shit.
That's a lot of cats.
Yeah.
Wait, Ashley said.
And like a tiny.
My mom fosters cats in California.
You just
We've
lost a
had
constituent.
I know, seriously.
You just lost a
No, I'm
voter.
gonna vote. I'm
Do
still
you live in
gonna-
my district?
What district are you in?
Oh, that's fucked
I
up.
need
You
to
don't know
make
your
sure I
Council
know.
River?
No.
That's wild. I'm in Bed-Stuy in Crown Heights.
No, I'm not.
It's okay.
I'm in.
This area?
Yeah.
Say your address on stream.
I will. 1, 2, 3.
15,
My social
he has
security.
15 cats in a New York City apartment.
That's a lot.
I'm not.
That is a lot
That's not
for an
anti-cat.
apartment.
That's like
But how big is the apartment?
anti-piker doing anti-piker stuff.
Oh shit! Wait, you know about anti-piker?
Of course, that's anti-pikers. That's like
That's so embarrassing.
it's like a gay porn. I mean, not gay porn, but it's like your gay, your gay stan. That's your gay stan.
Your alter ego.
That's like your number one gay fan. Have you met them?
No, I have no idea.
Do you
I
know?
have no
You've heard of
idea.
them before, obviously,
Yeah, of
right?
course I know anti-piker.
They be posting like everything.
I thought anti-piker was a woman for the longest
No,
time.
it has to. It has
No,
to
no, no.
be.
I didn't know then.
It
and
was
then someone
gay?
was like, yeah,
You think women post things like that?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. My
do women? I mean,
my fans
they
do.
do.
It's so.
Yeah,
it's,
they
it's-
definitely
The
do.
fan cams on TikTok. Really
Yeah.
They are. They are. Okay, true. Like they. Oh, never mind.
Zoran posted about the stream. Tune in at 6 p.m. Twitch.tv/Hasanabi. Let's go. Wait, what did he say?
After this, heading to Crown.
He's so handsome.
What's going on, everyone? We just finished up a rally for a rent freeze here in Sunset Park. After this, heading to Crown Heights. Then at 6 p.m., I'm going to be live with the one and only Hassan Piker on YouTube and this thing that I'm hearing about called Twitch. So make sure you tune in. We'll be on. We'll be live. We'll be in Astoria.
Yep. He doxed us.
In Astoria, he's giving out his location.
Yeah.
That's assassination coordinates.
Okay. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's what Elon Musk called them.
Oh my
Assassination coordinates?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely not coming with unicorns.
Don't let Hassan talk shit on anti-biker when he sends messages like this.
I wish you were here, we would have had sex. So I wish you were here, we would have had sex. So
See, it's gay stuff. That's gay.
Yeah.
You know? That's a straight.
Did you
that's
see
gay,
Zoran
right?
on the New York Post cover a few days ago? Dangerous ma'am.
Mom. Donnie.
Oh.
I guess they were trying to be like dangerous man.
Yeah.
It didn't land.
New Yorkers must stop the anti-Israel forces trying to elect radical Zoran
And they just like
Mamdani
included these like comments that are just
as
like hearts
mayor.
and Palestinian flags.
Wow, look at the dangerous radical statements. Just heart. Like
I know.
Yeah. No, that's one of the coolest things about having strong opinions is that when your ideological enemies try to besmirch your reputation, they just kind of make you look cooler. Where they'll be like, I've seen some Zionist accounts post about him, and they'll just be like, "You see, this is terrifying," and it's just him being like, "Yeah, Israel is in the wrong."
No, they were like, you see, he's like trying to get grocery stores that are owned by the city to give people food, and they're like saying it like it's some crazy shit, and then he just gets a lot of engagement on it. But that's how they're.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's one of my chatters. That's in the fucking screenshot. Lemon Wizard. What the fuck? Yes, I was in this meeting. I'm in the screenshot.
How long has Lemon Wizard been?
49 months.
Damn, you have a top record.
Listen, I'm not trying to set a record. I didn't mean to be a 57-month subscriber. It just happened.
Have you seen that? I know you were flaming Elon for him being like a shitty video game player. Did you see that that video of him playing and then that quote tweet of like? Have you seen that video of the guy who's like making drinks and his head's like moving quickly?
No, I have not. Oh, it's like when he's like.
So there's like this video of this like guy in some like Southeast Asian country who's like making drinks, and he's like, look how fast he's making it, but the only thing that's moving fast is his head.
Yeah.
Anyways, maybe your chat will pull it up. But Elon was doing the same.
2/3 of New York City voters support creating municipal grocery stores to bring down prices. The concept is imminently feasible. In fact, publicly owned grocery stores are quite common and already existed at scale in the U.S. military. I mean, he's got some great ideas, which is why the thing that's like been the most surprising to me, I think, is like in the midst of all this chaos, the real estate developers have not like gotten their shit together to like actively find a candidate to promote them instead.
Well,
and I guess Cuomo plays.
They're supporting
that role.
Cuomo, and Cuomo's like soaring in the polls. You know, I think a lot of people.
But I think that's a consequence of name recognition.
Yeah, totally.
Because Zoran, the fact that he's the second contender in a ranked choice voting ballot, with much less of a presence overall, is definitely a. I mean, that's definitely great. It's a testament to how successful his campaigning has been.
Absolutely. I do believe that we need a stronger ranked choice voting strategy going into this June primary. They were saying that was Elon in that video.
That's crazy.
We need a stronger ranked choice voting strategy from all the candidates coming June. Like, a lot of them got millions of dollars in matching funds. A lot of that money needs to be a coordinated effort on dragging Cuomo through the mud, right? I think once people start remembering Cuomo for who he is and his record and killing thousands of seniors, you know, I think that could change the dynamic of the race in June. But it's scary. You know, a lot of black and brown New Yorkers love Cuomo. I like asked my landlord the other day, and she's like, I love Cuomo.
They think he's like no nonsense.
They think he's gonna bring like safety and whatever, but like a lot of New Yorkers just like someone that they know, you know. I think Zoran's done a really great job in getting his name out there, and I hope when people start paying attention.
She is a landlord. This is, you know.
She's good though. I like her. She's the only good landlord.
Every politician says New York is the greatest city on the globe. But what good is that if no one can afford to live here? City Hall is engulfed in corruption.
Unscientific report.
The cost of living is the real crisis. New Yorkers are being crushed by rent and childcare. The slowest buses in the nation are robbing us of our time and our sanity. Working people are being pushed out of the city they built. A mayor could change this, and that's why I'm running. I'll make buses fast and free.
So I can just get where I'm going.
I'll make childcare available to all New Yorkers at no cost.
I want to raise my kid in New York.
Oh my God.
Do you know them too?
No. Oh. It's a Hamas terrorist mom. This is terrifying. I can't believe.
Thank you for pointing that out.
She's wearing a keffiyeh because I'm scared.
My kid in New York.
And I'll freeze the rent for every single rent-stabilized tenant.
These Eric Adams rent hikes are killing us.
Period.
Life in this city doesn't need to be this hard, but politicians like Eric Adams and Andrew Cuomo want it to be this way. They care about their donors. They care about themselves. They don't care about you, the working class who keep this city running. This campaign is for every New Yorker who believes in the dignity of their neighbors. And the government's job is to actually make our lives better. We can afford to bring down the rent, have world-class public transit, and make it easier to raise a family.
Maybe he
can
lives.
do all of that and so much more, because this is New York. We can afford to dream.
It's a powerful ad. He's got great ads. This is from the all the way back in 2021, the Gravel Institute video that he did to talk about social
American
housing.
Housing is in crisis. Right now, up to 12 million Americans are behind an average of $5,800 on rent and risk eviction. With eviction moratoriums soon to expire, we're facing an unprecedented wave of evictions and foreclosures that will crash straight into millions.
He's got more swag since then.
That's just the natural trajectory of things, right?
Yeah, he got like a different haircut.
But the truth is, this crisis didn't begin with the pandemic. In fact, housing has been in crisis.
I think he was called Young Cardamom. Young Cardamom, I think. Have you heard of this? He used to rap.
Anti-Israel squad member Rashida Tlaib rallies comrades to back socialist mayor. That's amazing. I love when they just like post stuff like this, which is just, you know, elevating his status. Like they're not even doing any, like they're not even saying like Hamas supporter or something. Like when you say someone is just like simply anti-Israel, the assumption there is that everyone else is also on board with that. Like with the idea that Israel is good and how can someone be anti-Israel? Except all you're doing when so many people are anti-Israel is just making Rashida Tlaib look good. She's amazing. I love her. And also making Zoran look good too.
Part of our DSA family, and you can see that he's not going to waver. Even if that title changes from state assembly to mayor, he is not going to sell out his community.
What is she saying that's bad?
He's not going to
and they
bow
included
down,
this video.
like many others, to this fascist regime. And so
people agree with that.
Thank you all for coming on, and thank you for supporting him. To all my comrades on the phone, on the line right now, I want you to know that this moment, people are looking for a home that is understanding that we have to be united against what's happening here in Washington, D.C., the fascist regime, but a lot of it is trickling down at the local government right now. Those that enable, do nothing, folks, or benefit from whatever they can do to continue to exist. And I know Zahran, myself, and so many others are not, we're not signing up for that. We know what is at stake. Our freedom and liberation is at stake, our freedom of speech is at stake, and so much more. And so with that, I'm so honored to be able to introduce all of you to my brother and fellow comrade Zahran. Thank you for running. I know it's not been easy, it never is, but I love the joy that you bring to it. You make it look fun. We all know it's not fun. Yield now to the future mayor of New York, Zahran.
Like, what did she say that was bad?
So much.
And that's like the video that
she said comrade.
Yeah.
Without issuing a trigger warning.
Right.
It's messed up. I hate that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Congresswoman Tlaib. And if we can all throw up some hearts in the chat.
Wait, they had a spy in this group chat who caught them being wholesome?
Yeah.
We sent a
spy. That's where the screenshots came from. He was like, "Look, the hearts in the flag. Get that. Get that."
So many of us for so long, and I think about Rashida often, and I think about
the
lessons that she has taught me and the lessons that she has taught our entire country, which is that if we want to defeat fascism, if we want to defeat an oligarchy, if we want to defeat Elon Musk, then we must know that it's not enough to be right. We have to win. And to win takes an incredible amount of effort.
Wow, that was terrifying.
I can't believe he said those scary things. Yeah. This is also a pretty good line of attack. Trump asked about Cuomo in New York City mayor race. Says Cuomo, I've always gotten along with him.
I've always gotten along with him. We had our ins and outs a little bit. We did a great job for him, remember?
He killed old people. I killed old people.
But it's so insane. I was at this like church on Friday, and I was like speaking to the crowd about, Andrew Cuomo and his like Trump basically giving him an endorsement, him killing thousands of people. Like, Cuomo was governor for 10 years. The reason our city is in all of the shit that he talks about himself is because of him, cutting funding from mental health services, cutting from the MTA, all of that sort. And people were like mad that I was bringing up his record. Like, Black New Yorkers really love Cuomo. Even when I was bringing up his record, it was like disheartening to see.
I assume older though.
It was older, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what it is. Like, it's just older liberal voters in general are. They always want to be a reliable voting bloc for whoever they think is the most powerful Democrat.
Yeah,
it's the same reason why. It's the same reason why South Carolina went heavily in favor of Joe Biden.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I do believe a lot of it stems from the fact that they vote for not only the candidate they think that's going to win, but the candidate that they know, right? Someone who's been in office for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And where that gives a disadvantage to the left is like a lot of us are these like newer insurgents who are coming into politics and maybe have built relationships within our own constituencies across the city. But I do believe that, one, if we reach out to them in the ways that some of these candidates are doing running for mayor that aren't Cuomo, maybe they'll listen. But two, our longevity in politics, even though, careers in career politicians are shitty, will build that trust between, I don't know, some of these constituencies and leftists. Politicians.
I mean, look, looking at the race, the New York mayoral race, like the one thing that is missing for Zoran is like more name recognition inside of New York, not just outside of New York, but like specifically for New Yorkers, the constituencies that you're talking to and talking about. Yeah, because those guys are the ones that are the most reliable voting bloc at the end of the day, and I worry that, I mean, this is like a lower position in their eyes. They see Andrew Cuomo as someone who has already demonstrated success in a much higher position. Yeah. And so it's a given.
The voting bloc of New York City isn't as progressive as everyone makes it out to be, right? New Yorkers are very moderate, sometimes very centrist, sometimes, conservative as hell. I think a part of our organizing strategy as leftists, as progressives, is to be unabashed and unafraid to not only speak to those voters, but to show what leftist or progressive leadership can look like in this city, right? In terms of passing that bill that I did back in November that like bans broker fees, that keeps like Black New Yorkers in their communities rather than being gentrified out and having a lack of mobility when they're finding new housing. I think showing that record to these New Yorkers is how we gain their support in races like this one.
Yeah. All right. We should. I guess we should head out there, and we can maybe dick around in the area. What?
Can we go to the arcade?
No, we don't have time to go to the arcade.
It's 10 minutes.
You want to go to the... Here, I'll tell Marsh to come over here, and we'll go to this one fucking arcade that you want to go to, and then we'll move out from there. I feel like...
Mommy, can I go to the arcade? I want to go to the arcade. Chat wants me. Chat wants to go.
Chat wants to go to the arcade?
Chat wants to go.
Is it like a Chuck E. Cheese?
I don't think Chat wants to go.
No, they
but
don't
it
want
doesn't
to go.
matter. No. Cuomo was literally on Netanyahu's...
Yeah, it's true.
Andrew Cuomo joins high-powered legal team to defend Netanyahu against... Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't... What the fuck? What is going on?
Yeah, this is New York, man.
He's locking in. He's aura farming from Netanyahu.
This is what we deal with here. It sucks. We're the worst blue state in this fucking country.
California's pretty bad too.
As bad as this?
I don't know.
Gavin Newsom's on Netanyahu's legal team?
Yeah, you're right. I guess like
that's pretty fucking bad.
I guess this is. I don't know.
What are you doing?
I hate
This is a
California.
sick fit.
Well, I mean,
I'm March.
It's nice to meet you, March.
Nice to meet you.
You look good. This is a good fit. Oh. All right, we'll.
Do you end the stream or do you like?
No. We're just swap it.
You have to go back.
What we do in this we use this camera still for streaming for live streaming on the bag. So he takes it out. Oh, nice! You got a fucking light.
Shout out Enron, nuclear. Support their economic policy. Their what is it? Electricity policy, energy policy.
I swap it over to the laptop camera.
Yeah.
We can swap. We'll just go. We're fucking around. We'll just go to the arcade that's like down the street. That's not that far.
I mean, I do need to at least like a few minutes to set up.
Are you leaving?
Thank you for having me on the stream.
Yeah, of course.
Bye, chat.
It's fun. Yourself.
We'll go around.
Oh yeah. Go plug yourself.
Oh, plug
before
myself.
you leave. Yeah.
I'm New York City Council member Chiose. Follow me on Instagram at CHIOSSE, TikTok at Chi4NYC, Twitter at OSECHI. I'm fighting for New Yorkers and trying to make our city a better place, and maybe with your support I'll be able to do that.
Hell yeah.
Thank you
for coming on.
Take care.
So cute. What is this?
Last time.
Yes.
Why is it so light? Feel how heavy this thing is.
Why'd you get that? What are you gonna film with that?
Don't worry about that.
Sexy videos.
Do you guys are really weird?
You don't have to really fun, and you're gonna be so mad that you're left out of it.
Okay, probably not, but
that's.
Chi is probably one of my favorite politicians. Actually, I think he's a great model for if you guys are thinking about getting involved in that kind of way. He's a really cool guy. He's the youngest person ever elected to the city council.
That's fire.
He's currently still the youngest member on city council.
How old is he?
He's 27 years old.
I'm so
He
old.
was 23 when he got elected. And he gets shit done. He actually, in a city where it's really, really hard to get stuff done. So I have a lot of respect for him. I think he's a really cool guy.
Yeah, he was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're taking this over now. Marsh and I.
The March and Lolo show.
Yeah.
The fans have been asking. They have been asking. They've been ravenous. I see the tweets. I see all the tweets. I see all the Reddit posts begging.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've seen them.
Don't worry about it.
For our new podcast that we're starting. What's it called? See, look at that. The chemistry is
That's what it's called. Yeah. It's called What's It Called?
The chemistry is out of this world. Oh, man. Anyway.
The gruesome twosome.
Finally.
Did you see someone from DSA said that I was part of Hassan's crew? Yeah. Or, sorry, part of Hassan's team.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was a diss on me. I don't know why you thought that was a diss on you. I was like, I'll never have him on my team.
Okay.
That's just my legal representation, guys. Calm down.
I do text Alex sometimes, and I'm like, so legally speaking, can I do this? And I'll be like, I can't tell you.
Wait, really? You don't offer free legal counsel?
Free legal counsel?
That's crazy.
I didn't get to sit right in front of it and see what. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
pro bono? No pro bono for you?
Pro bono.
He's like, you have to be gay. You have to be gayer.
I am a little bit.
No, he's like, you have to be gayer.
Swap it over.
Hi, chat.
I already did.
Oh, this is the desk.
Hi, chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been waiting.
You weren't wondering why I was just fucking...
I don't know. I thought you were doing your thing. I thought you were hanging out.
Nice. Wow. Right now, they're really well behaved.
Yeah, surprisingly. Pull up her old chat logs right now.
I actually say nothing. You can check my chat logs. I'm a lurker. I don't say anything.
Wait, let's see what you got.
Are you in the Hunger Games trailer?
ASHLEY. I am. ASHLEYJLIAO. JLIAO. I think I commented something about, like, during the LA fires, there was a lady.
There's a lot of logs in there.
No,
that's not a lot. 2020, dude. Like, this is Pog. Okay,
I love being Chad. Pre-COVID, Lamau.
27K Andy.
20K baby, 72K Andy.
Damn, view frog.
Yeah, actors here. I get tested 3 times a week. Yeah, actors get tested 3.
It's true. So that during COVID, you were asking like how actors stayed safe, and we did COVID testing up the nose like 3 times a week.
That's literally the point.
Keep going.
You fold it like a taco and let it slide up there. It's labia.
Yeah, you couldn't pronounce the word labia. You called it labia.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it. Oh, because I was talking about Diva Cups.
Oh, yes, those are great. No one here can relate to that.
Yeah, say labia again. Say it. Technically, you can hide your stuff in there.
This is 2021. You cannot expose me like this. Again. Why did you say labia like that? Like SpaceX, LMAO. Yeah.
What you were talking about stuff you can hide in your Diva Cup?
We're gonna move.
That's
to
crazy.
Not my chat. Oh yeah, I just got back from UCLA's UAW 411 on strike.
This tweet from Ukraine back in December. This tweet from December.
Please don't.
What is this?
Please don't. I don't know what it is. I'm scared. Oh. I would send something like that.
It's boys. He didn't want to use the colonized French bois.
Oh, I think we're talking about Du Bois.
Yeah. What?
And then Golden Kappa. You guys can see I did. It was important to me to like see that.
Wow.
But yeah, I really don't
Okay,
say a lot.
For 57 months, you got nothing in
normal,
here.
right? Like pretty normal?
No, it's abnormal that you haven't said anything freaky.
I try to be not strange on the internet. A pronunciation Andy, you guys are mean.
You're a view count frog and a pronunciation Andy. Yeah.
There's worse types of
Thank you.
Yeah, there's definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people in here have 909. They've maxed out already, so it says 999 plus.
Wow.
Especially for that long.
Yeah, I don't
That's 1 hour worth of Megas logs. No, how about 10 minutes? Megaphonics burns through this much in 10 minutes. Not even in here today.
I think I DM'd you on Instagram about UCLA's encampment. Chat, I went to UCLA, and that was, I actually remember watching your stream on it the day before, like, shit really went down. I was like, oh my God, like, this is...
Yeah.
Megaphonics.
It was great. We're going to go to your freaking arcade.
We're going?
Yeah.
Okay, remember, I do need at least a few minutes to set up the interview. I know we're gonna be quick, but like, give me like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Can't get there just that soon.
She accidentally unfollowed you at some point? Oh, yeah. Following since July 11, 2024.
Whoa.
Maybe she rage unfollowed.
Actually, no, I think there was like an issue with it. I wasn't getting your notifications or something for it, and I was like, maybe if I unfollow and refollow.
Did you break it? What did you do? How'd you do?
I broke it.
Oh my God.
And he wants to go to the arcade. Pick a struggle.
How did this happen?
You child. I don't know. I don't know.
It's fine.
It's not.
Is this like Kaya fur or what is this?
Maybe. I don't know.
Almost certainly.
Most likely.
Yeah.
I feel like if I don't take you to the arcade, you're gonna start acting out like a baby.
Out right now.
You are. You're like a baby.
Thank you,
He's
Chad.
acting out for attention. Yeah, you can come in closer, Alex, if you want.
Come here.
Yeah, he just wants to fuck shit up from a. She unfollowed you because she didn't like your comments about Biden dropping out. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, all right. Well, what else do we got? What else am I gonna be? What else was I gonna talk about today?
You're like sitting in the corner. You can switch with like since you're in someone's gang now. Yeah, you should sit closer.
I'm on this.
And protests here and across the country today over major cuts by the Trump administration. The protests were called hands off, demanding an end to the massive cuts in government programs. One of those protests at Columbia University, a bigger one this afternoon at Bryant Park. The target, not only President Trump, but also Elon Musk. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu.
Bro, what are you doing? You've like broken it more. How is this possible?
I don't know.
Please stop breaking it.
For the record, I tried to buy you a new mic stand today.
Oh, really? It's all good.
Protesters gathered in and around Bryant Park, shoes sloshing through puddles on a rainy Saturday afternoon.
It makes me feel that I'm trying to accomplish something. I don't know if anything's going to happen out of it, but we just cannot stay home and protest about the situation.
This hands-off protest is one of several happening throughout New York City and in all 50 states, according to organizers.
This is not about efficiency. This is about control and power. And the destruction of the United States.
People showed up to stand up against some of the Trump administration's latest moves, like the implementation of tariffs, immigration operations, and reducing the size of some federal agencies while eliminating others altogether. Eileen Chen is a federal worker with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. A federal judge recently blocked the Trump administration's attempt to dismantle it.
They tried to shut down our entire agency, and many of my coworkers were fired.
Yeah, I think
but because
we scrap it and we just go there and we set up.
Through a really strong union,
Yeah, we
were
scrap
actually
it.
able to get
and we go
every
there and we set
single
up
person
because he's right. He has to set stuff up too.
Give me like 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, but if we go to arcade, we're not gonna have any time
to.
to.
Arcade. We're scrapping the arcade.
We're going straight to the place.
Yeah.
The undisclosed location, please.
Yeah. All right.
That nobody should go to, please.
Yeah, don't come. Yeah, I don't care.
I was like, how chill?
It's very chill.
Marsh, you have the. Did you send me the address?
No, but I can send it to you right now.
Can you send it to me and I'll put it, and I'll call it. But this time I won't fuck it up, like in DC. Yeah. Zoran rap video. I don't know if I want to see this. Oh, you're the one who texted Alex? Called him out for farting? We all loved it.
Wait, you know?
Oh, you
know about Zoran's parents, right?
Yeah.
Stir and fry it again.
Mom! Us living in our house now, Mom. We're not living in yours. Why do I have to keep telling you this? And then on Wednesday, you forget to pick up Nikhil from school. All of your meddling, these questions, and the TV series will cause you to lose sight of the fact that you are not a good nanny.
The best damn nanny that you ever done seen. Fuck top 5 nannies and fuck top 3. I'm the number 1 nanny, don't fuck with me. Fuck any of the nannies since they better than Ravine. Cause I'm 85 years old, 85 years cold, 85 years with my family on my back, so I'll last everybody on my fucking haters. Don't know me now, then you never know me later. Say, put me in an elevator to the top, go and find your own way there. Drinking a little water, pour for me by my waiter. Not just anyone with the hair fucking meter. At the top where it is, got a great grandkid man fucking ace. Wrapped in a shawl just in case I go a piece, but you never catch me, better just catch Ace.
This is crazy. I don't know if you guys should have shown me this or not. I haven't figured out if this is good or bad yet for his approval ratings.
Yeah, you weight class, whoop ass, and all your friends, some to feel time. You talking pretension. Me, I'm talking expansion. With the whole squad here, keep them in the tension. And I'm not in the business of taking no tension. So, gather round now, celebrate me. I'm your boss, I'm your fucking auntie. Got the doctrine, so don't fucking try me. Don't need a nano, cause I'm living my G. Kitty, my G. Run this whole city like a Ramiati. Stay sitting people up and see the shot. If you see me in the
I did, yeah. And it's here. It's already here. All right, everybody. We're not going to the arcade. We are going directly to the location right now. And yeah. We're gonna swap over in a second.
We're not going to the arcade.
We are not going to the arcade, sorry. Here's the light.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
There you go. Do we need a bag?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
No.
I can still bring it, it's fine.
Okay, in that case, put the light in there. And the mics.
Here.
Yeah. Here, throw this on first.
Oh no, don't like me.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Alright. I'll hold it on me for now.
Why not?
He doesn't like it.
I feel really surveilled when I'm Mike.
Do you want a Faraday bag for that?
I got it. I'll do it.
You don't want to be mic'd up?
They got all mad at me yesterday.
Who did?
Chat.
Wait, why?
Because I was doing a bad job with the microphone.
No, you weren't. Why are you listening to chat?
He gets sensitive when we.
He gets sensitive all the time. He's a soft boy.
Okay, I put all this in there.
Hello, my name is Hasanabi Piper, and coming at you from sunny Los Angeles, California. I'm alive and alive. Live
and alive. She almost got it.
They're getting ready, chat. So now it means that you guys get to watch a woman on the stream for the time being.
Woman president.
The first woman president. Damn, Hassan changed. I know, I'm a little bit shorter, you guys. A little bit more Chinese. Not by a lot, just a little bit more Chinese than I was before. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Bye, chat. We'll see you later.
Damn, this guy's good.